Yeah. Okay, let's try this. So, bigger gate. Oh, still a little. Right now. Chat. Chat. Yep. Chat. Chat. Okay. Okay. Alright, I like this. I like this. I like this a lot. Actually. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. Start here and then we'll make adjustments if needed. Minus 30, 500. Minus 30, 500. Range is that. Let's do 20 dB of range actually, just to keep things easy. Still some noise comes through. It's 20, 500. It's 30, 500. It's 30. And it's 30. Cool.
nästan.
Thanks. Open, you grab it. Thank you. Put on your jetpack.
Att det nästan kändes som att man behövde spela stenen lite hårt.
Ja.
För att den skulle ha tillräckligt.
Ja.
Alltså så här i känsla så här liksom så här, känns lite hård, men då var den rätt lagom.
Niklas, han hade ju någon som var lite i vek där som när de fick på han, men där öppna dragningen vi gör ändå, där är vi ändå ute och vänder på 7,5 fot. Ja. Och ändå så känns det som att så fort den börjar dra in efter håll, då är det ju 14,5. Alltså vanligt.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Nice sweater.
Vi lär väl ha andra åten, va? Vi fick röd. Visst, borde det vara det. Säger det.
Age 27? Yeah. Yes. Don't miss that. Offset. Gonna change the order.
Straight on the curtain.
It's on you now.
Oh, yeah. So that's what Renee has been witnessing up on the... For what it's worth. 2 or 3, it's fine. Yeah. It's set up after 3 ends.
After pebble gets knocked down a little bit. Must be cooler over there or something.
Ja.
I wonder if we'll notice speed being a little different than...
+4 mot 3. 3 rak. Fan, nästan så köttfärsen fortfarande sitter uppe i halsen. Känner... Man bara tar ett drap och så känner man lite så satan. Ja, lite sura uppstötningar. Kryddar den ju mycket, men det kändes inte så mycket. Alltså... Ja, kanske. Jag hällde av hälften av fettet typ. Men... Ja. Jag frågade så här, ska jag hälla av lite av fettet? Det ser ut att vara jävligt mycket. Så, ja, det får du avgöra själv, sa jag bara. Alltså, det här ser ut att vara sjukt mycket. Alltså. Fan, badade i kastrullen. Det var 25% så kött.
stick so you don't put your fucking broom on the scoreboard?
Tjena!
Can't remember what the guy
Good,
looks
yes.
like, but I remember him last year.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
The only reason they're here is because they are the ones that
fun.
have the scoreboards. Like, they
Yeah.
have nothing to do with curling, but they own the scoreboard or the technology.
Sarge, Kayla.
It's like each one of those comes in a panel, they just break it down, eh? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And my daughter, like,
Bring us down.
she has the summers off, but now it's a week. It's always something. But it's all good stuff. All really good stuff. Well, fuck. Well, that's the thing, right? Like with her, I mean, over the years, and baseball, hockey, couple of years playing. Much other because you see it, especially now. Doing the on the screen. Well, it's hard. The thing is that becomes your norm, and then it's hard to get out of that. Right. Like that's our thing now. Like even with just get
Det var mest out här, men det såg ju lugnt ut.
Colder out here today.
För det är mindre driv idag.
good to sort of get that into the mindset early. Well, the nice thing is like even though my son's coaching for hockey,
Pretending.
it's great. Like with the kids, he does like different physical challenges for them every week, and then like sends them videos of like how to do it, and they have fun with it, right? Like, but they don't know that.
Du satt ju och kollade på deras match här, va?
That's been good.
Var det något rakare här, eller? Alltså jag kollade bara på garderna de la i slutet. De såg inte ut att kalla överdrivet.
Fucking disintegrated in like 2 bites.
100%. And then
So the
that's
key
thing,
is
like,
get them both sides, get all sides.
quite active, and so we have a home gym. Pretty good setup in the basement. So it's even encourages them.
A lot of Subway. We had Subway about 5 days in a row in Calgary. It was right by the hotel.
Ja, se.
Yeah, I was like, we can't do that anymore. And I don't mind Subway, but I don't like.
Well, then we can do it all together. You know.
Jag tyckte jag såg bara på de leder ju 2 garder som de la lite längre
held
ut.
up barely, but it held
Och
up
så
today.
tänkte
It
man
was
så
like
här,
just complete melt.
kallar det här som igår på
It was toasted just
vårbanan,
once.
då är det risk övergång på de
Maybe
här.
that was it. Maybe it was the side that wasn't toasted that busted apart.
Showdown on every sheet.
Ja,
Good, except a lot of rain in Sweden. But
nice.
Did you have lots of rain?
like 19 and cloudy / rainy. It was kind of the average day.
Okej.
Continental Cup style.
Not like a 14.
Nej, det ser fortfarande ut att vara dryga 5 fot. Nej, inte den här 7,5.
What,
Ja.
first, second,
Ja,
turn?
men nice.
Det regnade ju lite också. Så kom ju lite dumt. Nej, det var i förrgår.
Ja, generellt lite mindre kul verkar det som att det har varit matcherna innan i alla fall.
Ja, kolla lite.
Mellan dem så var det typ lite att när de kom lite längre ut här också så hängde det lite.
Var det den sidan eller menar du mer generellt?
Det jag såg var när de la 2 garder här så fick de sopa utifrån andra halvan för att få kören. Nu är det dragning på Ralmar W.
Glider du bra?
Ja. Kändes fan inte som jag tappade fart fram till andra håll.
Ja. Ingenting på dem.
Quite heavy, eh? Yeah.
Didn't curl. That was straight.
Nice weight.
You hit it early, but it stayed straight. Thought that was a few feet less, eh? Line looks better. Two very different throws.
Good, yourself? Good, thanks. Cool. Yeah, be good. Yeah. It still feels like a little early to curl. It's good the weather's good. Yeah. Where'd that end up there, Mark?
Copy.
A little more add?
Ja, mindre curl än vad första clearingnivån fick.
A little more add?
Yeah.
Axa linan när den tog T-line.
Ja.
Well,
Dampers.
Han var ju lite lättare än igår.
Ja.
you throw it this wide or is this wider?
That's wider.
That's widest. That's the widest.
Det är
face.
40 faktiskt
He's
gör
working
på den
it
här.
back.
Ja, 11-2.
Vad sa du?
11-2.
Ja.
Could be good. And there.
Vad vill du köra för något? Ta där, eller en normal.
That back 12?
Yeah.
Did it go through?
Just through, I thought.
Okay.
Normal 6.
Ja, ganska hårt satt, men...
Den hängde inte kvar i alla fall. Den curlade ju lite grann.
Ja. Och blir det så utan fast, eller?
Ja. Ralle sa att det kunde hänga lite här på tjejernas match, men det såg ju inte för lite curl i alla fall. Dragning eller? Ja.
Det var ju vad som behövdes swift.
Ja.
Men som var nära förra matchen.
How's the hog
14?
yet? But
13-4
yeah, be
på
close to that. Wait, not quite there yet.
Based on Mark's last one?
Ja.
Första stenarna gick lättare, men nu gjorde de inte det.
Nej.
36. Close.
Det känns som man glider jävligt bra i sliden. Tycker jag.
Ändå, typ såhär nolltider eller något sånt.
Ja, alltså
Jag tycker
hålltiderna
till det.
är inte så här överdrivet lätta, men känns lätta.
Ja.
Peter?
15.
Och 88.
That's 13-8.
Nästan.
Ja.
Riktigt.
Det var 30.
Ja, 12,96.
Ja. Nej, nej.
91.
I didn't split them yet. There.
Höga 80 det där.
Ja, 88 hade jag.
13.66.
What I got?
6-6?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Struggling.
That looked a little more positive than
Bak 4.
wise. The first one looked just
Lite
a little
mer
bit
än då.
straighter.
Glida på nu. Alltså avgångstid inte jättelångt ifrån igår. Men lite lättare.
Hänger bak 4.
Alltså
Det är mycket slop alls.
lite lättare, men däremot känslan när man spelar stenen.
Det finns potential att bli ganska lätt.
Absolut. Vi har inte gått hårt på någon än.
Men släpper vi lite mjukare kommer vi ändå få ganska lika igår ändå. Just getting that off his left eye a little bit.
Okay.
Just let him know.
Okay.
It's going to be hard for him to get it back.
93.
Then you're just getting it off your left eye a little bit.
Left eye?
That's what he said.
Usually it's my right eye. This way?
Did you throw? He said you're getting it off your left eye a little. Did you throw 68 on the way up?
I did, yeah. I think I
That
got
eight's
some
cut.
victim in. That's 6 an hour.
13.2, it only went back 4. 13.8.
Ganska kölvänligt så. Ja, det ser inte ut att vara någon direkt tillbaka ut från linan. Nej, alltså den är ju lite mjukt satt. Ja. Men den ser i alla fall ändå här. Ja, men i matchen det där var den så här borta på släppsättning tycker jag. Men man blir ingen riktig matchsättning på den där om man släpper den liksom. Rakt på kvast, men den curlar 2 fot för mycket.
Good 14-1 on that.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah. 14-1 on that one.
Yeah. Han kommer lite trögare i sliden känner jag. Ja, den var lite väl lös också. Den gick i samma spår som er också. Ja.
Curling's Tier 1 Tour Challenge event. John Cullen alongside 3-time world champion Brent Lang for what should be a fantastic game today, a rematch of last year's World Championship. It's Team Canada's Brad Gushue against Sweden's Niklas Edin. And Brent, you know, we say it a lot in sports, but this is truly one of the marquee matchups in curling.
Definitely a heavyweight tilt here this afternoon, and two guys that know each other extremely well. You know, having played in the Olympics, the Worlds, a million slams, all the tour events over the years, and two guys that, you know, King Nick, and I guess he's almost King Brad as you hear him getting introduced out there.
Yes, they love him. They love him here in Charlottetown.
Right? Maybe we'll make that one stick. Unlikely.
Yeah, King Brad? I mean, I don't think, yeah. I mean, look, we're talking about two kings of the sport here for sure, and they've obviously played each other a lot. And, you know, Brent, you kind of had a famous rivalry as well with Team Martin back in the day when you were playing with Glenn Howard, and you guys played each other all the time. Obviously, Niklas Edin and Brad Gushue, two guys who have played each other in the 30s, 40s of times. When it gets to be that many games against each other, does that change your preparation at all? Is there anything different that you do when you know another team so well?
Well, we knew Kevin Martin very well, and we knew if we played him at the Brier, they would win. That was pretty much a given. We beat them one time in all those years. Our Rich Hart's very last game in 2011 in a 3-4 game, which is, I only remember that because it was, you know, a special day. We actually beat
You actually won, yeah.
But we were probably better than 50-50 against them at the slams. But no, I don't think you would prepare any differently. I mean, maybe you get a little bit more excited because you know you got to be at your best. That used to be a team that we said, you know, we could come off and say we played our best and didn't win, and there weren't a lot of teams we said that about. There's more today, I think, but this is a game where both teams will have to play their best and then flip a coin.
Yeah, I mean, we have talked about, obviously, Niklas Edin, ton of success on the world stage, 7-time world champion compared to Brad, who has only won it once. You know, Niklas does seem to find his game, but at the slams, it's kind of a different story. Brad, a 15-time slam champion compared to Niklas having only won 4 slams. And he's only won 1 in the last 7 years, and that actually was the Tour Challenge 2 years ago in 2022. What is it that makes it a little different about, you know, being good at slams versus being good at worlds? Like, why are some teams so good in some places and not so good in others?
Theirs is a hard one to explain, and I mean, the last time he won a slam, he was coaching. He was
exactly.
Injured, right?
Yeah, 3-player team.
3. But I've never understood that because, you know, you look at the Gushues, you look at the Martins, you look at all the top teams over the years, they just win everywhere. But Nick, for whatever reason, doesn't win much on tour, and I don't know if he just doesn't care and he just can turn it on at the World Championships or what, but that seems to be the case. I got no other explanation for you.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes today. Team Gushue, of course, from St. John's, Newfoundland. Skip Brad Gushue. Third, Mark Nichols. Second, E.J. Harnden. And lead, Jeff Walker. And Nicholas is playing today. He's, I think he had another off-season surgery this year, but he is here out of Karlstad, Sweden. The Niklas Edin lineup is going to come for us shortly here, and it's there we go. Niklas Edin at skip, Oscar Eriksson at third, Rasmus Rana at second, and Christopher Sundgren at lead. And also a case here, Brent, where not just two teams that have played each other a lot, have been on tour a lot, but also two teams that have been together a long time. I mean, obviously EJ a little bit new to the Brad Gushue mix, but you know, Brad and Mark been playing together basically forever. And then you have Jeff also been playing with them for over a decade. And on the Niklas Edin side of the rink, also a team that's been playing together for a long time. And you have to think that helps you win some games too.
Yeah, I think just knowing each other so well, knowing what to expect, knowing how you throw the rock, there's no more learning for these two guys in terms of team dynamics. I mean, you're always learning the game, but probably the two longest standing teams, like you said, EJ, but that's, you know, that's not a minor change. It's 25% of your team, but the core of this team being together for, you know, double-digit years, and you don't see that anymore.
Well, and you know, when they bring in EJ, it's you know, bringing in a veteran player, a guy who's won it all, Olympic gold medal, Brier, and obviously now a multiple-time Brier champion. But when he came onto the team, and he was, you know, he's going to adapt to the program. It wasn't, oh, we're going to have to work in EJ. It was, no, EJ, you're going to have to work in with us. And it does seem like it's been coming together for them very well.
Well, he hasn't lost a Brier since he joined Brad, so that's usually a good sign. 2 for 2, I think.
That's correct, yeah. Yeah, still searching for that elusive gold medal. As I said off the top, Brad only has that one world championship. He did defeat Edin in the 2017 World Final. And he's been back to the Worlds 4 times since then, but hasn't been able to find his way to the top of the podium.
Can't bounce it all in this line.
Team Edin with the hammer to start, and Christopher with a great come around, and Jeff, 2 of the best leads in the game. I mean, you're going to just say 2 of the best position players at every position in this game. Up and down the lineup, I can't find the weak guy.
Nope. No, that's for sure. And like you said, you know, 2 teams where they could put together their best game or close to their best game, and the other team could still win. Yeah, and so it's really going to come down to just a couple shots here. And we know yesterday the ice was a little bit challenging, as it's a nice come around there for Christopher Sundgren. I don't know if that was the call or not, but
I thought they were calling the freeze. But a good heads up when, and again, we see that path getting worn in and getting quicker.
Yeah, I was just about to say that yesterday, you know, you could have said, well, matchup between Gushue and Edin, maybe, you know, maybe not exactly what we would expect. The ice was a little trickier yesterday, but it certainly seems like today it's been a lot more manageable, a lot more predictable. And as we saw in the Homan Constantini game just a couple hours ago, draw weight in particular, faster and a little bit easier to predict and read.
No doubt about that. And we maybe should have invited Coach Shell up, Victor Shell, for some translation, eh?
Oh, that'd have been nice.
That'd have been nice. I just wondered what those guys were saying when we were playing against them.
They're probably saying they didn't like you.
Well, that's expected.
Yeah, that's what I'm always thinking.
I never liked anybody I played against during the game. But after the game, different story.
So EJ coming up a little short there.
Look in the top ones. A little bit of trouble here early for Team Gushue. Trying to whip another one around here. This is the first time I've seen the intern draw. This won't be as fast, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it plays this close to the wall. Oscar and Krippa on that one, but that will also overcurl on Rasmus. So this is starting to get a little interesting here already, Brent.
A little reverse freeze on the 2 that are kind of queued. I don't know what's going to happen, but the Reds are both going to be moving if they hit that. I'm not sure it'll be a great result of that. Yellow might just spin right back up the top of the house. Looks like Brad doesn't really know either. That might be a better shot. Gotta be careful if he plays this chase first end. It's gonna throw it hard enough to kill one. Could just spread these around, and that wouldn't be good.
So it looks like he's trying to have EJ kill these 2 Reds here. They didn't love it out of the hand. Mark Nichols on it right away. And that will get rid of both Reds. Still Nicholas Edin line 1 here.
Cleans things up a bit. Things change quickly. I mean, by misses and makes at this level, we've seen a bunch of misses turn games and turn ends, and here we're going to see back-to-back doubles, and all of a sudden there's nothing left after we were confused 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, exactly. We'd like to thank both teams for eliminating the confusion.
Rasmus is an underrated player, if that's possible, as a multi-time world champion, but you know, not one of the biggest front-end players, but maximizes everything he has on the sweeping, throws it as hard as anybody, and just makes a ton of shots, and he's one of the nicer guys on tour. He's always fun to catch up with.
Yeah, all the Edin guys kind of known for that over the years. Very friendly to the fans and to their opponents. And funny guys, considering, you know, English not their first language. They're all pretty good at having a laugh in their non-native language, which isn't always the case.
Just a roll out there, offering up a free come around here.
Yep. Bouncing rocks.
Sounds like they like it.
Just trying to get it square. Okay, good shot, Mark.
Right there for Mark Nichols.
Absolute.
2 inches heavy. That's not good enough at this level, I wouldn't think, right?
Yeah, I've never been at this level, so I'll have to trust you.
I've never been at that level out there.
That's fair.
We'll see how they play today, but the level of the game continues to rise.
That's for sure.
Left me behind, and here we are.
Here we are, yeah. Well, those that can't do talk, I think they say. So here we are. I maybe realized that a little earlier than you and with a lot less success.
But it is, every time you think the game can't get any better, somebody like the Italian team comes out last year and makes it look like a different sport a little bit at times.
Yep.
Some of the shots, some of the chases they were making last year were unbelievable.
Well, and you just think about the development of the game, you know, Joel has been in the game for so long, and for a long time, you know, wasn't making the Worlds, was having to go through the World Bs or even the European B championships, and if he did make the Worlds, was kind of a free space on the bingo card for the Canadian teams, and now, you know, very consistently one of the best teams in the world. They're 0.2 points behind Bruce Mowat for #1 in the world at the moment.
That's a tight battle, and that, you know, there's 3 or 4, maybe 5 teams that are going to battle for that over the next couple of years leading into the next Olympics. Great shot there by Oscar. Oscar is not underrated anymore.
No, he is properly rated as one of the best.
Yeah, one of the best players, not just one of the best thirds. Sometimes he used to more than now, but he used to tell you that too, how good he was, which was always entertaining. He's a funny dude, big personality.
Yeah.
A lot of character.
Big disc golfer as well. He's
heard that.
Trying to make his way in the world of disc golf as well.
Two-sport athlete.
Cornering the market on fringe sports to be good at. He just said, you know, I'm going to be a world-class athlete, but I want to make the smallest amount of money possible while I can do that.
2 good choices then,
yeah,
I gotta think.
Very good choices, yeah.
This is unforced there.
Yeah, just a little light there, I think, from Mark Nichols, so it overcurls. And you heard Brad say right there, tight and light, which is not a combination you want.
Does Nick have a hole there to come through in lie 3, or what are the other options? Intern draw, they know. They've played that earlier in the end.
Om vi kommer dit så är det bra, men vi vill inte köra över för högt liksom. Nej. Sikta på att vara 2/3 gömd, full 4.
Yeah, we need Google Translate here, but think we want to lie 2. And they like this, I guess, the out turn for Oscar here. Almost right down to it would be probably ideal.
Yeah, it'd start to get a little scary for Brad if that is made dead on.
Because Oscar made his first freeze tap so good, the runbacks are all going to be super dangerous.
8-4. Bra linje. Övergå. Ja, linje 4. Lite kall. Bra linje. Perfekt linje.
So they're around the center guard. Now does it have the weight to get to the face of that red one? It does.
Big trouble. Look at the angle on that, too. Is that second?
We're second.
Brad says they're second. It's tough to tell from our overhead.
Yeah.
Looks a lot closer for us, but Brad immediately said they were second.
I think ideally there, but that's
14-8 on that.
That's what I got.
I don't think ours is going to travel like that.
No, I guess what I got too. 14-8 with rotation.
You hear Jeff and EJ talking. I don't think ours is going to travel like that. And that's the difference in rotation and the slide line they're talking about. If you slide tighter and spin it more, it slides further.
The option is just to corner it on the top one, but
this is really precise. But he's made a few of these in his
First,
day.
you got 14-6 there, Jeff. Yeah, we got that too, but they're taking tighter line and spinning it, right? I think they're closer to 14-2 for us. Okay.
So yeah, you heard Jeff say there, they're taking a tighter line and spinning it, so more rotation, which, as you said, Brent, would allow it to travel a little further. So we'll see here what Brad can come up with. This is a pretty crucial shot early in this game. Calling for line right away.
Whoa! Back T! Whoa! Curl, man! Back four! Curl.
Maybe a little heavier than they wanted if they're saying back four. You don't want to bounce off here. That would be disaster.
Next time. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. See what Brad says here. 13-9, so they were close on the call on the stopwatch. Just kind of mismanaged it.
Gillar ni att dubbla eller? Lite. Dubblar vi så spelar han ju mot matchen. Ja. Och även om man sätter den så har vi den här för 4.
Make
Alltså, han
the
kan aldrig
double.
göra det så bra att det inte finns ett slag rätt ner, men det behöver jag inte sätta.
Always love these conversations
Exakt.
where you just go, geez, how hard should we step on our opponent's throat here?
Om vi ändar
think
ner,
the-
för långt ner,
The
så kan
immediate
man få en andra sten.
call is to make the double and roll away, but they know Brad's not going to miss that draw again.
Man kan inte ens bli andra sten. Är det bäst att komma liksom dit, eller? Kanske bäst att dra. Ja.
So maybe beat him there.
Kan få chappen så blir det en jävla ficka också.
Ja. Jag gillar att dra här. Ja, gör det. Så på dig. Ja. Jag tror här någonstans på mig. Ja.
Interesting. Playing the harder shot.
Yeah, what would be the reason for this? You just think that they're a little nervous that Brad could kill their end if they make the double?
I think so. I think they're just, giving Brad all the respect that he's earned over the years, that he's not going to miss that again. Now they've seen it. He's probably going to put one right on the corner of the button, even shot rock. So if they do it first, it'd be a very uncomfortable shot. It'd almost be a game ball in the first end for Brad on a second shot of the game. But
yeah, I'd kind of be tempted to make him throw it. I mean, I understand.
Me
but
too. It's super, super precise. It's almost like Kui used to say with the doubles, everybody was always so worried about the high hard one from Kevin. Kevin turned to me one day and says, the Kui makes people see things. And it's so true. Brad makes everything, but if anybody's going to draw the corner of the button, it's probably going to be him. So Nick's just going to say, I can do that. I'll just do it first. Like that.
Just like that. So there's Nicholas Edin lying 2 here.
Can he freeze for second? I think that might be a little bit heavy.
Yeah, might have let Brad off the hook here. If he can freeze for second, it'd be pretty hard for Nicholas to get a second point in there.
You might see one of those guards come in with a lot of pace, because his shot rock will be really locked in there. So Brad here would say maybe get second.
Couple feet less. Yeah.
No option anyway.
Well, and if you know anything about Brad, one thing that really impressed me at the Brier this year was the 6th end against Mike McEwen, recognizing, and you were right there, you had a good view of it, recognizing, you know what, we should probably only try to give up a steal of 2 here. Right. And not give up a steal of 3 or 4, and that takes a lot of mental fortitude to admit that, well, we should probably just try to give up a steal of 2 here. And I think that's Brad's mindset here as well. It'd be nice to get second shot, but even if we can cut him down to 2 here, that's not terrible. This one has to be close, though. Oh, that's really good.
Second shot.
Second shot for sure. I just don't know if Nicholas can plow it out of there if he runs one of the guards in. Here's another look at that. That's phenomenally managed by Herndon and Walker, and that's exactly where Brad wanted to put that.
Got another shot of the week candidate here. There's going to be a lot of granite moving here if he hits this right.
Yeah, I almost wonder if he can get all 3 yellows.
The one I'd be worried about is the one dead center line back 4. I think the other 2 are flying out. I'm due to get one right, too.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This could be the one.
This could be it. I think this is for 3. I think you're probably losing the one you're whipping the guard at.
I would agree. And it might hit the back one, too, if that middle one does move. But come on, Nick, hit this in the right spot. I want to see what happens.
Let me see if I'm right about the angles. Come on.
This will be coming with some pace.
Yeah, here we go. Final stone for Nicholas Edin in the first.
Yeah, he got the weight right.
Chance to score a multiple here. Sounds close. Wow.
Is that good?
Holy smokes. We weren't sure if that was there for even 2. Nicholas Edin finds a way to get it there for 3, and what a start. Let's take another look at this.
Yeah, we're going to need a replay.
Yeah, Rana off and on. Then they run it back, just catch enough to pop it off. Didn't even need to move those 2 back yellows. Unbelievable, phenomenal shot from Nicholas Edin. I know I need a break. Wow. Well, some phenomenal shot making there from Team Edin. Had the rocks all lined up, and really should be said, Brad's, we thought his last one was in the perfect spot, but turns out it was not, and 3 up on the board for Nicholas Edin.
Yeah, what a shot, and what a great first end. I mean, million rocks in a pile to start, and then a couple of doubles, everything was over, and we weren't confused anymore, and then I was very confused again at the end. It was an emotional start to the game. But a hell of a shot by Nick, called and made, and 3-point lead early. Not the start, Gushue, and this crowd has kind of gone a little quiet.
Yes, they have. Another almost sold-out crowd here at the Bell Alliance Center in Charlottetown. It's been phenomenal attendance all week long. We've even seen the morning draws, which are at a very sprightly 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. this morning, I guess. And there's the crowds are out. They love it. But yeah, it's definitely been not the start they would have liked here. And, you know, I thought it was interesting, Brent, we saw Brad Gushue make the final of the PointsBet Invitational, but kind of whenever he was asked about where the team's game was at, he was pretty critical of it, but mostly said it was due to the fact that they have no ice in St. John's yet, so they haven't really been able to practice much. And I do wonder if that's a little bit of a factor here, because we know Nicholas Edin has been busy, as these European teams always are, starting in August and hitting the ground running.
They do get the World Curling Tour starts in Europe, and whether we like it or not as Canadians, that's where it starts, and not many of us historically have gone over there, so it's not uncommon. And last year, I think Brad really screwed up the slams a bit early last year, dropping to like 6th or 7th or 8th in the world. He doesn't belong down there. Anybody that follows curling knows that, because they rarely start early, and they don't get ice in St. John's till kind of probably Thanksgiving. So not uncommon. You know, the September throws for Brad, for a lot of guys, happen in July.
Yeah, no question about it. And it's been 3 events already on the season for Nicholas Edin, playing in Baden and Oslo before coming over for the Shorty Jenkins. A rare DNQ at the Shorty Jenkins for Nicholas Edin. So, you know, they'll be looking to get back to their winning ways here. And yeah, like you said, it's an earlier start for them, and we'll see if it pays off. Obviously a great early start in this one, and they've already got 2 in the house and guarding here.
Just for Sundgren, 2 perfect spots. If you walked him down, that's kind of where you put him. And Rasmus, same thing. Clean up on aisle A. EJ's made a few of these runbacks in his day.
Yeah, just a few, eh?
Yeah. Liked him better when he had the Sidewinder slide, where he had that drift. The drift is a gift.
Gotta go, Jeff.
Brad didn't like that. And neither will the team.
It's on me, EJ. I got to stop saying that guys never miss shots, and then they miss right away. That's my bad.
It's the classic commentator's jinx there.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, EJ will run that one right by, and this is going from bad to worse here for Team Gushue. Team Edin having their way with them so far.
I've noticed in my long and illustrious coaching career of like
Of
6
1 year.
months, if you can get Brad talking to his coach like that, you got him a little frustrated. He turns around and said, had to make some noise there, and he kind of looks to Caleb last year. Now who's on the bench? I'm drawing a blank.
It's Adam Casey that's on the bench right now.
Adam, is he coaching?
He is not. So their full-time coach this year is Jeff Hoffert.
That's it.
Who's a longtime national coach, has a lot of experience, and it just looks like maybe Adam Casey is helping them out here at this event because he lives in Charlottetown, has played with Brad before, and also known as a bit of an analytical mind in the curling world, which we know Brad likes and studies that part of the game a lot. And also he just needs someone to talk to when it's maybe not going that well. But that's a really nice shot there from EJ Harnden. Gets 2 of those Edin stones moving.
Adam played with Brad when him and Brett were quite young, and when they did part ways, they didn't have room for both of them, and Brad kept Brett, but had nothing but praise for Adam. I remember him saying, Adam did everything we asked of him. He worked hard. He was a great teammate, but I think that was maybe when Mark came back. I don't know.
That was when, for some reason, Mark played lead for a year for Jeff Stoughton.
Wanted to, like everybody, wanted to live in Winnipeg.
Absolutely, wanted to live in Winnipeg and wanted to play lead. It's kind of the curling dream.
So does he qualify for your all-lead team then? That would be a good find.
That'd be an underrated find.
Ben might not skip that team
on the all-lead team. I think if we got Mark, I think Mark's skipping that team for sure.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. I think I'm starting to realize pretty quick that I might not even be on the coach's bench. I might
sliding down the lineup.
I might be the scout in the stands that's just seeing what rocks every other team are throwing. I might be relegated to that role. Carrying the luggage, booking the hotels. I'm good at that.
Can't use the R word in curling. Really sensitive in Canada when you say that R word, relegation.
Sorry, yes, my apologies.
So after a good run back by EJ and not a great come around here, they really can get this cleaned up and have a bunch of yellow guards and just line 1 top 12. Looks a lot like a multiple. Looks like a deuce to me. Good chance.
Yeah, just unfortunately not quite deep enough for Rasmus Rana, and has lined up the double pretty easily here for Mark, but he goes right through the middle.
Okay.
So a couple sort of half misses there, and Nicholas Edin will have the chance to beat Brad around this wall of yellow.
Team Gushue not quite as sharp as maybe you would expect. I don't think Nick and the guys have missed yet, have they? Maybe that one come around.
Just Rasmus, yeah. Just Rasmus on the last one, too. A little short. Yeah. Or no, sorry, it was Oscar on the last one. My apologies.
I think I might have got him here. Is he tapping this corner guard in the house?
No.
Bad angle from here.
Yeah, where our broadcast booth is pretty far away from the sheet, so it's not as easy as other games to get a perfect angle on everything.
Room for the hit and roll.
Yeah, you also got to wonder, too, if just the timing is a factor for Brad Gushue. Obviously, being in that points bet final, it was not easy to get to Charlottetown from there. Mike McEwen, a similar thing, and they lost their first game, and maybe that's a bit of a factor. It's tough to play in a final on Sunday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time and then rush across the country to start play on Tuesday morning.
No doubt about that. Gushue used to the travel, but he usually plans his schedule so he doesn't have to do exactly that.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure they're in. Okay, Mark.
Just a little light there, I think. Hard to roll 3 feet when you're just through the rings, but that's that in-between path again that keeps catching players a little bit. Nothing really happening here all of a sudden again. Chance to roll back, I guess, right to the button. Guard looked high enough they've seen the chase now, so Nick's going to have a chance to roll behind something and make the blank extremely difficult. Advantage Vikings. Team Viking.
Vikings did have an advantage most of the time. The element of surprise tends to work if you roll up on a beach and no one knows you're coming. A lot easier to pillage.
There's the bouncing, sweeping motion we talked about. Rasmus hit the guard and bump him in.
Oh, boy.
Almost.
Wow. I don't know if Nicholas rolled that or just a tricky spot, but that certainly was not what he was hoping for there.
Yeah, that wasn't very close.
And now it's advantage the land the Vikings originally discovered.
Newfoundland.
Yeah, Vinland. I believe is on the coast of what we now call Newfoundland. Leif Erikson rolling over and kind of starting on the path to Brad Gushue playing in the HearingLife Tour Challenge. It's really all connected when you think about it.
The first one probably to drive down Brad Gushue Way or Brad Gushue Highway. It was Leif and his friends.
Leif and his boys. Yeah, they took the dragon boat straight down the Gold Medal Highway. First stone here for Brad, and obviously a great opportunity here to get a 2 set up. Just don't want to leave a double here.
Right here. Whoa, looks heavy.
Should curl plenty, so I think anything but behind the tee line. It's going to have an open shot for 2. Yeah, you can't be deep.
Just short of it. It'll be gone. Yep.
Jeff, one of the best judges in the world. He's right again.
So it is Brad lying 2 here.
He does have a chance to roll under the red guard that I lost in the HearingLife logo there. I didn't even see that guy. You heard Mark saying piece of the 8 at the end, so that making this roll a little bit harder, but I think anywhere he rolls that's tough to chase is going to be well inside the 8-foot. See if Nick can make up for that last throw. Not his best stuff. Just took off on them. Liked it early, and then all of a sudden just kind of gone.
Yeah, we saw that with a few of Rachel Homan's earlier as well, that they had a bit of an unexpected break. And this will be as easy as you like for Brad Gushue, an open hit to get 2 on the board and get back into the game.
Talking with some of the players last night, they all said the same thing. If you call sweep after it starts curling, you're too late.
You're done, yeah. And that's not abnormal for this type of slam ice.
That's what you want. You want that curl so that any shot is possible. That's my first look at Hammy's new hairdo.
Oh, that's your first look.
That is. Wow. That's quite different.
Hopefully it'll be your last.
It's quite different. Hammy likes to make a statement, though.
He does.
One of the characters on tour, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I was out golfing with them yesterday, and I think it's safe to say that the rest of Team Mowat has given him a good ribbing over the hair, but definitely stands out. We need more of that in curling. He looks great, and so does Brad Gushue. Puts 2 up on the board, 3-2.
Right back in it.
Not the start we wanted, but fun.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your place. Come as you are, and fit in comfortably. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally, enjoy casual.
Well, Brent, you got to like that if you're Brad Gushue. It's nice to get a 2 back and kind of a relatively painless 2 as well. They didn't have to work too hard. Key miss from Nicholas Edin puts 2 up on the board, and we got ourselves a game here.
Yeah, no panic from Brad and guys obviously been through every situation there is, really.
Keep going.
But it's super important to get that answer back after a tough 3 in the first, and you got to take advantage when Nick misses it. Barely. Ooh, a little bit ordinary there, Brad. From Brad, we got to start hitting our spots, guys. I think they're trying, Brad, but they're pretty good players.
Yeah, it's just a little high from Jeff Walker. We know with how much this ice curls, it's not maybe the most useful of guards.
Should be able to chase anything around this. Sometimes those guards, they seem terrible for the team without the hammer until the last shot of the end when it's a good force guard. It's not a good steel guard. That red one is, though. Only top 8. Could go around everything. Could throw another guard.
Where is he? He's top 12. He's like, I think Freeze it. Freeze is pretty good. It's almost like a guard.
Yeah, Jeff agrees.
You and Jeff are dialed in here.
Oh, yeah. I've always thought Jeff was really smart, right?
Likewise, yeah. Me too. Absolutely. Yep. And you too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I like that for weight.
I'm saying those are kind of the smart guys on tour.
Oh, yeah.
Just great guy, great lead, and yeah, absolutely right. Freezes the call here, and just a reminder, we are showing you all 4 games of this afternoon draw here at the HearingLife Tour Challenge. Right beside us, it's Kevin Cooey against Bruce Mallett, and Bruce with back-to-back steals of 2, so they lead Kevin Cooey 4-0. Cooey still playing with 3 out here this afternoon. Beside them, Corey Dropkin with a 2 against Mike McEwen. They now lead Mike McEwen 2-1. That's also in the third. And Matt Dunstone off to a hot start against the aforementioned Joel Retornaz and Team Italy. It's 3-ball in the first end for Dunstone and then a steal of 1. So they lead Joel and the boys 4-0. They're also in the third. You can catch all those games on Home Team Live.
Gå lite vidare än tidigare så är med om det är lite ospelat där. Lite tryck, topp 8.
Playing around everything here, I think, John.
Yeah, just a little staggered there on Jeffs. They didn't get exactly the freeze they were looking for, so it makes sense that Kripp is coming around everything here.
Pretty good. Everything's staggered, though. Do you take the chance and just go around everything? Looks like it.
Just like theirs in the first end. Barry's here easy.
They're ready to dance.
I guess so.
They're
right?
ready to dance. And I'm ready to watch. You heard Jeff say they like this path. Barry's easily here, so.
Just got to get the speed right. There should be a lot of room.
Wait only, guys.
Going by there and still be able to carve it in there buried.
Back button. Line's good. Back button. Clean. Yep.
Line only.
Back button, back forward. Always Jeff's. Don't want him. Always Jeff's. Don't want him. Curl.
Yep, keep going, Jeff. Go.
Pretty good.
That's very good from EJ Harnden around everything. And it's Brad Gushue lying 1.
Nick kind of followed it. He's got a bit of a problem here. Like normally you think, oh, he'll rip the guard, but then he still can't get it out.
Yeah, it's quite a stagger here. It's going to take 2 shots to get at that yellow one, regardless of how you approach it.
Yes, sneaky shot. Play tight and try and nose it. Try and spill these around, I think, hey?
Seems to be the plan, yep. It's not bad. A couple rubies there.
Thought my Italian was bad, but my Swedish is worse. I didn't even get a single word there.
Yeah, at least Italian's a romance language. So
right.
If you have a little bit of French or Spanish in your background, you can kind of get there.
Every now and again, there's a word like, I think I know what they said.
Buona. Oh, that's probably good. That probably means good. Yeah, Swedish here, I'm the same as you. I'm completely lost out there.
I need the subtitles when I watch that Vikings show. Oh, no, feather tick. Not the worst, though.
Yeah, not bad at all. You got Edin now.
Really good result.
Yeah,
hated it when it rubbed.
2-3-5, and Brad's got the smile like, okay, great. Love that happened to us just now.
Play head roll.
Yeah.
Brad.
It's common courtesy on the tour when you get fortunate, you say sorry guys or laugh it off. I mean, he's also a millimeter away from making what they called.
We'll have a double back likely.
I don't like the freeze, really.
What do you like, Mark?
I don't know what I like here. Guard.
Yeah, it's either that or the out turn.
Okay.
You said they wanted to dance, so let's dance.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you guard, that's guarding for your life. But,
Yeah.
A little bit normal. A little bit of curly thing.
but you're right, though. There's not like an obvious hit or move here that greatly improves your situation if you're Team Gushue.
Really don't like that. If I'm Brad, I really don't like that top 8-foot rock
Yeah.
behind the center guard.
That's the trouble rock, as we say. Calling for curl right out of the hand here.
Jeff. There's a puddle of water in the middle of the ice.
Puddle of water, that's not great.
Looked like it picked. I got dripped on as I was.
There's water there. Nick?
Hold on. We got an issue here.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. As far as I know, you're not supposed to have water on the ice. It's not... uh-oh. Okay, technical timeout here.
Oh, no. Where you wouldn't be in the East Coast if it didn't rain in the arena once.
Yeah, exactly. I had this happen to me at my house in Calgary, Attic Rain. You ever heard of that before?
No.
Yeah, it's where the...
It's kind of a cool band name, though. if you're
Great
gonna
band
get
name,
your-
Attic Rain.
Yeah.
Really good, yeah.
Around it?
Yeah, unfortunately, you get condensation in your attic, and then it's in climates where it gets cold and then hot very quickly.
Oh, so Calgary.
So, Calgary, yeah. So you get condensation in your attic, then it gets really cold, it freezes, and then it gets really warm, it melts. So
That's
it's like
not
it's
good.
raining in your attic. Yeah, not very good.
It sounds bad.
Yeah.
Mold is surely to follow.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, my house is basically a mold bucket at this point.
In other news, for sale sign going up on Monday.
This must have kind of come out of nowhere because there wasn't an issue with it before.
Tough one to fix, too. We have played in a slam. I forget where we were, where there were buckets on the ice. Yeah, I kind of had to move
wow.
them, and I think that maybe in Grand Prairie, there's some crazy weather.
Yeah, because exactly. You heard Nicholas say, this is a smaller arena here in Charlottetown, the Bell Alliant. This is kind of the second largest arena in town. The East Link Arena is where the Charlottetown Islanders of the QMJHL play. And so there isn't a catwalk up in the roof. You could, if it was a bigger arena, you'd maybe be able to put a bucket up top so
Right.
it doesn't fall on the ice, but... I
it
don't
raining
think
out?
it. I
No,
don't think
just
it's
in
raining.
here.
No,
No,
just
it's-
in here. It's raining inside, but not outside.
Beautiful when I went out for lunch.
Yeah, it was.
So the legend, Mark Shurik, Iceman since, I think they started in 2001. John, you'll
Yep.
probably know,
Yep.
the slams. And he
think
was
that's
the
right.
Iceman from day one.
So I don't know what we're going to do here.
I don't either. Switch games?
Yeah. Yeah, this game's over. Hate to break it to you, but this game has ended. And
Pierre will have an answer for us. Here comes
Yeah.
the head official.
yeah, here we go.
We got everybody. The two kings. We got the head Iceman and we got the head official.
Well, that doesn't help anyone.
Yeah, what does that
Well,
mean?
it's leaking from the beam. Okay, well, good. What does that mean?
There's no water in the steel, so it's coming
No.
from somewhere.
Yeah. Well, this is fun. This is fun stuff out here.
Yeah, we've confirmed it is water.
Yeah, we can confirm it's water. We got the pebble can out. I don't know if that's going to do anything either.
Add water to water.
Yeah,
Get rid of the water.
I'm drowning. Throw me some water. Now we're reminiscing. That's when,
Yeah,
that's
see?
when you know it's
Those
a problem.
guys were there.
Yeah, that's when you know it's a problem. When you're not talking about how to fix it, you're going, oh, remember the time we were in Fort Mac there and the roof was leaking there too?
We ended up at the curling club
Yeah.
for a couple of games.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Well, we do have the Tier 2 next door,
Right.
so maybe we can...
Bad news, Tier 2.
Yeah, bad news. Tier 2's canceled.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everyone on this side of the draw in the Tier 2 is now out.
Forgot to tell you it was single knockout. We need some sheets here. Yeah, Nick wants this game to keep going.
Yeah,
It's kinda
absolutely.
rolling.
I don't know. I don't actually think it's leaking at all.
No. We're fine. EJ dumped that one. That's why it took off. They were calling to curl, and then all of a sudden it over curled.
Yeah.
Brad into the swear jar, finally.
Wow. Brad's into the swear jar. And Brad's kind of saying we either got to fix this or we got to cancel the game, which
restart.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah. It's only fair we start fresh.
Yeah. Well, this was probably there the whole game. Those first two ends can't count.
I felt it hit me as I stepped, and then I was like, what was that?
Brad is right. The longer you let the ice sit, probably the more the frost builds up, the more the ice changes for sure. Team Kui in big trouble again. Not coming out of the gates hot this afternoon.
No.
Playing against this unknown team. Mowat, what are they, number 1 in the world?
Yeah.
Only by 0.6 of a point or something.
I went golfing with them yesterday. They're pretty good at golf.
They are
I
good
don't know
at golf.
about curling, but they're good at golf.
Yeah, I played with a couple of them, probably about a month ago in Ontario. And
Okay.
They're all pretty good.
Yeah, they can play, except Bruce, apparently. And that's from Bruce
He
himself,
retired.
not
But
me.
I asked the guys, is he just not good at golf? Is that why he doesn't play anymore? And they said, no, actually, for not playing, he's pretty good. And Bruce wasn't there, so they were being honest.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
But
okay, so it seems like they're maybe not super concerned that the leak is going to persist, because it looks like they're going to pebble it and then try to run a rock over the pebbled spot.
Hard to imagine that just a little water came through and that it's not going to be any more, but hope
I
that's
agree
the
with you.
case.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna stop.
Yeah, exactly. Ja. Ja, de sliter varenda gång de möter varandra.
I remember one time BC Provincials it leaked. I wasn't there. It was the year after I retired, and obviously everything started breaking once I wasn't there anymore.
For sure.
But they had glass, so they didn't take the glass down, like the hockey glass.
Yeah.
So they had the glass up, and then they built like an arm that went over top of the glass and put a bucket on top of the arm. So it like hung over the ice, but it was catching the drips from the ceiling, so it didn't get on the ice. So maybe Mark and Pierre can fashion some kind of robotic arm here.
I don't want to see Pierre climb up there, I can tell you that.
I'm sure he doesn't want to either. Yeah, this is tricky.
Team Returna is in front of us here against Dunstone. Has absolutely nothing going again. Matty throwing his last shot here in the third end, up 4 and on to like 5.
Yeah.
From a team that, when I watched them last year, it looked like they might never lose.
Yeah, totally. Well, we thought Rachel Homan might never lose, and then
you said it out loud.
Yeah.
You talked to the pitcher with the no-hitter,
yeah,
and you
that's
ended
right.
it.
That's right. Exactly.
Now at least they don't have to answer those questions anymore.
True.
Probably a relief for them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Doesn't look like they're totally sold on whatever's going on.
Oh, we can turn the ice mics back on. That's okay. We can hear what they're saying here if that's doable. Give us some insight into what we're trying to do here. Pierre's got the phone out. He's calling 911.
No, he's showing them some pictures of the spiels he used to play in. Guys, this isn't even a problem. One spot is unplayable?
I
Give me
played
a
in
break.
Trois Rivières back in 1997. It was one of the 3 rivers was in the building, boys. Okay, so here we go. We've got a brush out. We're scraping here. You got to love this sport, eh? Where just a single drip of water from the ceiling can cripple everyone and bring it down to its knees.
It's a fragile sport.
Yeah, we're very, very fragile.
Och sen så ska en inte göra det och funkar helt okej. Ska en av dem stå där på sidan mellan
Here we go. Oh, it's Fort Mac.
Oh, here we go, yeah. Brad's chatting to the fans now.
Yeah, he's like a great basketball shooter. He can make it rain, Brad. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not sure. I think the outturn is going to be faster on your key. Unless it's coming from the sprinkler system.
Oh,
Got a
okay. They're saying
sprinkler
it's a
system
sprinkler leaking. Okay, that makes some sense. Okay, so we've scraped down the frozen water that was on top of the frozen water, and we've now pebbled. So Mark is out here running a rock over the spot, and seems like they're satisfied, at least for now.
Pace car's coming off. We're ready to race.
Brad's saying it just dripped again.
He really wants to cancel this game.
Yeah, Brad is. Oh, guys, it is pouring in here.
Yeah, we ended up getting some pebble over here too, so
We love this. This is great. This is great stuff. I want to commentate this more often. Less curling, more manufacturing. Another steal for Bruce Mowat against Kevin Cooey. They now have a commanding 5-bagel lead. Joel Retornaz made a draw against 5, so they did salvage a single point against Matt Dunstone in the third.
Let's go a lot. Fort Mac when the roof is leaking.
Oh, here we go. They love Fort Mac. That's the story everybody's going to hear this week.
We've got it pinpointed.
They're going to be in the après curl. Oh, it's just like Fort Mac.
They had tarps all along and basically.
Do we sell rain jackets in
the rock shop?
Yeah, the new rock shop.
We might have to.
That would solve their problem. Toughen up.
Yep. Check out the rockshop.net. See if we got rain jackets there.
We got to have them. We're going to Newfoundland, so we're going to need them.
Yeah, exactly. Going to Newfoundland at the end of November. I could see some leaks happening.
We need everything. Yeah, Jeff's
yeah, there we go, Jeff. Yeah, here we go. They want to. Team Gushue wants a restart here.
You guys want to throw? 15 minutes, so. They played on C, I guess.
Hard to throw rocks, but.
It's already, like they fixed it. It's already. So Pierre gonna stand there all night?
Yeah, Pierre's just going to stand there, and when you're shooting, he'll leave.
Mark, do you want to throw it?
That's what I mean. That is one way to do it. That's probably slightly more effective than putting a bucket there and having the sweepers move it. Slightly more effective. Pierre, you stand here for the game. Open your mouth. See if you get how many you can collect. Okay, so they're just trying to see if it doesn't hit a spot here.
Looks fine to me. It's like
Nick likes it. We're going to beat you on any ice here, Brad. Let's get going.
This is definitely one of the funniest things I've seen, that they're now throwing to make sure the spot is fine.
Mark threw a soft out turn, so Brad gets a chance to fix it here.
Yeah. Team Gushue's going into practice mode here. Well, Brad said he got to hit their spot, so maybe he meant where the roof is leaking onto the ring.
I guess they got some lead and seals up the middle, so we can keep drawing around that spot.
Pierre still just standing out there.
We got some interesting ice against Nick.
Oscar staying on Brand. He didn't really get involved, just kind of wandering around. You guys let me know when it's time to make shots again.
You guys have fun. Tell me more about Fort Mac. I'll be over here.
Maybe it's the
keeps it interesting.
Sida baksida.
I know. That's how I looked at it.
Okay, what's going on this end again?
Good question. Let's get dialed back in here. So it does look like the solution right now is Pierre is going to stand there. Like we were joking, but he is standing in the middle of the sheet right now, trying to prevent the leak from hitting the ice. I can't imagine that's the long-term solution here, but maybe it is. I don't know.
I think he's out of there the first 5-second hit that comes down.
Yeah, exactly. Well, here it is right now. So
run over by a sweeper.
It is Team Gushue line 2 here. Rasmus Rana on cleanup duty as Pierre moves out of the way. So Christopher,
I can't stop looking at Pierre. I missed the shot. God damn. Made a double. Looks like there was some more yellows than that before.
Yeah, that's a great. He did make a double. Yes.
And that rock that I hate as Team Gushue, that one top 8's still there. Yeah, now I really hate it.
You really hate it now. Yeah, Team Edin line 2, 3, 4.
I think we have to do that.
Yeah, you might want to do your best rain dance here and get another rain delay.
Either that or...
Yeah, the problem with the double on the outside, Brad's saying it's coming close to shot rock. Kind of a sneaky good roll.
Brad, you think it's come back a little?
If anything, yes.
I would say so. Definitely not going to be faster. It's sat for 10 or 12 minutes.
Thanks, Jeff. 14?
I think 14.
Okay.
I was thinking in the middle.
Okay, top 8.
Kind of freeze on the corner of that one, top 8. Protect shot rock a little bit, but set up something to get rid of Edin's treasure there. This one's really curling.
Yeah, this has got to get there.
Keep going! Keep going!
Oh, wow, that's way light. And that's a problem.
Don't know if they got it in for third.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it from our angle. Tough to tell. I mean, it's not in for second, I don't think. Or sorry, it's not counting over the one of them.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but
Pierre is still just standing there. I mean, I don't know.
I love his. Not many guys would say it. Most officials would be like, I'm not standing here. Pierre will do anything for the Grand Slams.
Yeah, we gotta love that. I gotta take a picture of this. This is just tremendous stuff.
Chasing shot here to lie at least 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. Putting some heat on Brad and the fellas. Oof, next door. Team Mallet taking a page out of my daughter Skyla's strategy, trying to play the whole game without the hammer. 5-0 over Team Kui.
So Edin lying at least 1-2 here.
I can't tell on the overhead who's who there, but a decent chance here for Mark if he can roll under all of that.
It's good.
All of a sudden that yellow one becomes an asset.
Yep. They're quiet. Whoa. Quiet board. Whoa. Curl. Roll it easy. Get over there. Sorry, Mark.
So it just doesn't quite roll enough for Mark Nichols. Yeah, I do. It's tough to know if Edin's lying 3-4. It kind of looks like it for us, but it's tough to tell. I don't know if Brad believes that because he might have played that a little different.
I kind of think the same. Well, it's still a problem here for Brad. The deuce won't make him happy. He worked hard to get that deuce, get a break last time, and then all of a sudden I snap one right back and back to the 3-point lead. Trying to work this back to a 2-point lead, and then then a tie game. A big break there.
Yeah, that will roll out for Oscar Eriksson. Huge break for Team Gushue.
Tell us who's shot, Mark. Maybe we need two-way mix with the players so we can talk to them. What do you think?
Mark. Mark, this is John. Are you guys shot? Okay, they're going to hit them both, so that makes me think maybe they're not.
Yeah.
I do also wonder if part of that is due to the ice. Brad's a little nervous to draw here with this leak.
Also a good point.
Yeah, this isn't a gimme double. Yeah, it's
playing this and rolling in, like.
It's a little more.
Hard to imagine he's just going to voluntarily give him the deuce from here on out, but I guess that's better than giving him 3 or 4. I think he's going to try and roll this in a little.
Yep.
Without getting too cute.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to get too cute and leave that one red hanging around. No roll in there. Does get rid of both of them, though. Still Edin lying 1.
Brad just seems to me to continually, quietly get better and better at throwing it harder as he gets older, which is not what's supposed to happen. Still jokes he can't throw it hard, but he throw it pretty hard. So how does Nick, where does he get a second one in here and not set up anything for Team Gushue?
What's that?
Going to draw around the red one.
He's got to move.
Nobody's gone through Pierre's path yet. So
not yet. That's what we're waiting. That's what we're waiting for. I need Pierre to sprint out of the way on a shot here.
How long can he hold that out there?
I don't know.
Everything gets heavy after time. Right?
Well, especially when it's leaking water. I don't know a lot. I'm pretty dumb, and I'm very bad at science, but one thing I do know is that if you're catching water in a towel, the towel will eventually get heavier. That's one thing I can tell you for sure.
So we'll see if his takes off. Mark was a little lighter than they maybe thought and curled more, so we'll see if that same thing happens to Nick here after the ice sitting a bit. He's going around anywhere they pebbled, no question. Just past the red. Intra 2 buried would be perfect.
So first rock here, Nicholas Edin already lying 1, trying to get this in the right spot. It will just gently clip that top red, but I think that's a decent spot. Yeah.
Pretty tough to not give up 2 now if you're Brad, unless you're... Yeah, I don't see how.
Yeah, I think that's, I mean, unless you really want to dance out here and you want to throw the double run, I don't think there's any way you prevent a 2 without Nicholas missing his last one.
Agreed. You don't want to get too cute here. So he's probably going to throw a 10 or something, kind of a control weight. And yeah. Brad makes our job easy.
Yep.
Obviously understands the game extremely well and has done some commentating in his day.
Absolutely. I would imagine he will perhaps follow a similar path to your wife and find his way into the booth whenever his illustrious career is over.
Yeah, I think he should do up a resume and see if he qualifies.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing, you know? It's sort of like his resume versus mine.
See? You got a head start, though. You're already halfway in the booth.
That's what I'm saying, exactly.
But this guy's never even won a European championship.
That's an awesome point. Neither did I, in fairness. But.
True. Okay, so you're even. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. When it comes to European championships, Brad and I are tied. We're tied at 0.
He ever play in the BC provincial final? I don't think
That's
so.
That's actually a good question. I've been in 3 more BC finals than Brad has.
But I think he's been in, is it 21 Briars?
It is 21, yeah.
That's a lot.
It's too many, some would say.
So if straight draw, the one Nick just threw, not going to say this is a gimme, but Nick's a pretty good player and just played this shot, so this is going to be close. I'll say that.
Yeah, just needs to bite the 8-foot here for 2, and I guess we can't really call this Watergate. They already had one of those. So.
Oh, Pierregate.
Yeah, Pierregate. Yeah.
Start calling him the water boy?
Yeah. Well,
too easy. Didn't even have to sweep it. Just don't burn it.
He's already talking to Pierre. Nicholas is. Didn't even look at where that one rested, but it did indeed rest for a second point, and it will be 5-2. Nicholas Edin leads, and we're going to take a well-deserved break.
Man kan ju försöka och gå över det.
I love it.
Comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms, light as a feather.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
And it's the choice of champions.
Är det den sidan eller? Det är klart man kan ju prova, men för att få lite info. Kör.
Welcome back, curling fans. Next, the 50-meter backstroke on sheet A.
I was like, why are you starting back from break? Oh, you thought of a joke in the last 30 seconds.
I used my break. Wrote some material.
More productive than me, the actual professional comedian. So I'm proud of you, Brent.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That was really good. I'll tell you, my backstroke, not very good. No, not very good.
And I can't float.
Oh,
So,
really? You're
no,
one of
I
those
can't.
guys that sinks?
I sink, yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
No, just my wife laughs at me all the time. My daughter, my mother-in-law, everybody laughs at me. I just don't float very well. I can
That's too
swim.
bad. But no floating.
No.
That's rough. I can float. I float pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a skill.
I
You ever get
guess. I didn't
thrown
know.
out of a boat and it leaves you there. You got to be able to float.
Is that something that you say that like that's a regular thing? For all those times you get thrown out of a boat.
It only happened to me once as a kid where I thought we were turning left and we turned right and I slid out the side door.
Yeah. That's, whomst among us hasn't taken a dive, but that's really good. So it is Nicholas Edin leading 5-2 here, and Pierre Charette is still standing in the middle of the sheet, collecting the leak from the roof. Both teams seem at least somewhat satisfied with this arrangement, so the game must go on. The show must go on, as they say.
Like you said, not really many other options. He may as well call the hog line violations while he's there.
Oh, that'd be great.
We go a high one here, or
We got to throw two.
Definitely need another corner, so yeah.
you're risking that? Yeah, let's go.
Go high one.
Go here? Go high one then, probably. A high on top of that? Yeah, probably, eh? Let them go through there first.
Yeah, nobody wants to be the first through Pierre's feet.
Yeah. They really are trying to avoid it at all costs. We've got another pretty good Swedish team here watching. Team Anna Hasselborg on the players' bench just beside the sheet, taking in this madness. At least the one thing you can say if you're Brad, if you do end up losing this game, is, well, the roof was leaking.
Right.
What were we supposed to do? Yeah. The roof was leaking.
Yeah. We have hogged too many rocks. He's coming up with some good one-liners.
This is good, yeah.
That wasn't our spot either. We're not hitting our spots, and we've hogged too many rocks.
We've hogged too many rocks this year.
Oh, it's like their third event?
Yeah, like how many rocks have they been hogging? I don't even know what that means.
That's too many, I think.
He's one
got a
might
high
be too many.
standard.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it does. We're joking around about the water, but it does have to be said that I'm sure it's taking away a little bit of the focus, and especially when you're losing, it's probably a little easy to let the mental acuity slip a little bit here, but we'll see what Team Gushue can come up with here, and mental acuity has been all Matt Dunstone, now leading 6-1 over Joel Retornaz. They just had their fourth end break. Most of the games are about an end ahead of us now due to Charette Gate.
I like it. So, I mean, Jeff's taking some heat there for hogging that, but as a lead, and you throw that really close to the yellow one. Not only do they get to make the double, they get it coming straight back to anything you go around. So you can't afford to. You got to get after it. You're trying to make the shot. Doesn't make it feel any better, but doesn't sound like they liked that one.
Yeah, they're saying it's a little short.
Yeah, the line was really bad. So. Hard. Let's not stagger this.
Okay.
I don't think they're having a ton of fun out here right now as Team Gushue.
It's probably not easy to throw when you got someone standing right in the middle of the ice.
That is true, Jeff. I would agree with you.
Not something they train for, you think?
No. Yeah, definitely a situation where in curling, you always like to play with the lead, but this really feels like a situation where you're thrilled to have the lead right now.
No doubt. Man, watching these Italian guys, the three of them walk down the sheet, all I can think about is, thank God you don't have to play them in rugby.
No kidding, eh? Too tall, all of them, I think.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Team Mowat going to have to take the hammer into the next end. 5-1 at the break over Team Kui. Kevin finally on the board there with a draw the button. So some trouble here for Brad. Scoreboard being problem number 1. Problem number 2 is they're throwing a third center guard on 2. This isn't over by much either.
Han spelade några, men... Ja, det gjorde du. Han spelade...
Like 6 more feet.
Really wants to chase this top one.
It's either that or... Hate that. But at least we got both ways. Yeah.
Would be a good result also.
That top rock is pretty tough, isn't it?
This is a classic. Brad's just hoping if he stares at it long enough, it changes.
It's just not the right. It's not the right shot. Like
let's play this.
It's not the right shot. And for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm not going to put my own money into this company. I don't care how much percentage you're offering me. I am out.
I heard a great story last night, and I won't name names about who did it, but this was this perfect situation for Brad to look at that long. And this guy did that, and he was the skip, and it was his first shot, and all of a sudden he just started slamming his broom in the house before he even called a shot.
Yes, that was I was on the call for that game, and I did refer to that as the preemptive broom bang.
That is a good move.
Yeah, I love the preemptive broom bang. You just stare at the house for about a minute, and then you go, you know what? I think I need to bang my broom here for a minute.
You may as well just yell down the ice. You guys suck.
You guys suck. Yeah.
Good shot there by EJ. I mean,
very good shot. Yeah.
Opening up the guards to be usable. I mean, Oscar will probably roll it right back there.
Chappen är fine också om det skulle råka bli det. Är det lättare att spela en 7? Vore ju nice dock att ligga kvar där, men... Ja, jag kör en 8 då. Ja.
A lot of chatter on this shot. I don't know, it looks pretty straightforward. I guess probably talking about the line and the weight. You might see some hits change weight so they miss this spot in the ice. If you can throw it harder or softer to go tighter around it.
Rasmus Rana leaning on this one. And that's pretty darn good from Oscar Eriksson. Nicholas Edin lying 3 without hammer.
You get low there, though, I wonder? Yeah, just don't have to kill it. It's all about where the shooter ends up. I think that would have been a little bit better, and they swept it the whole way to try and save it if that didn't roll quite so far.
It's good. Just through. Whoa.
Clean, yep.
Just through. Whoa. Curl. Curl. Go, Jeff. Come on. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Keep going.
Looks close.
More. Good.
Very nice touch from Mark Nichols.
Great shot.
Team Gushue lies 1. This is a chance at a rare feat here for Brad Gushue. This is a kind of a crazy stat, Brent, but every slam, Brad's won at least twice. But the Tour Challenge, he's only won once. So,
the double
chance to double up.
slam.
Yeah, the double slam.
The Gushue slam.
The Gushue slam. He's chasing it this week. He's got 4 nationals and then 2 each of the Masters, Canadian Open, Elite 10, Players, and Champions Cup. Even won 2 of the slams we don't have anymore.
Well, it's going to be hard to catch him in those.
Yes, it will be. Yeah.
But has he ever won the Tiger Slam?
I don't think so.
All of them in a row.
No, he has not. No one has in curling. No one's ever won all of them in a row.
That's not true.
Did someone?
Yeah, one guy did.
You?
Yeah, me.
All in a row?
Yeah, and nobody else on my team did because I spared for Martin.
Okay, I was like, all right. I was like, I don't think a team's ever done it, but that makes a lot of sense. Oh, wow, that's lovely from Oscar Eriksson.
This is starting to look bleak for Team Gushue, but yeah, great shot there by Oscar.
Okay, what do you think? Because it's a wider path.
They get one kind of hooked around there, I guess.
Here, but this is new again, right?
Doesn't look like they're going to be given anything here, although Nick did give them that deuce in the second end.
If I throw the same way, is it too much?
Okay, we're going through Pierre Gate here.
Oh, here we go.
Awfully close to it.
Oh, yeah, this is Jeff's going right through Pierre here.
Did Pierre fall asleep? Should we be worried? Oh, he's moving.
Okay. Top 8.
Mark's coming out with a ladder now. Put Pierre up on the ladder.
Oh, here we go.
8 feet less.
A lot of crew coming out here. This is distracting. I don't care how good you are.
Yeah.
Line only.
Yeah, so we'd want everyone in the crowd to be quiet if you could, but we are going to be bringing a ladder and an apparatus we just built 3 minutes ago to catch this water while you're throwing. If you guys could deal with that, that would be great.
Mark only missed by 20 feet.
That's just a tough situation there. You know, there's just the ice. Yeah, it's just really tough.
Oh, you saw it. Like it just...
Yeah, so they did. That was kind of the first time that any of the teams had gone over that exact spot where the leak was or is. And you could hear Brad say they do think that turn, that spot is unplayable.
Does Nick break out his chopper here just to make sure it rides above it? Who called it that when you're talking McDonald?
That was Jordan McDonald,
yeah.
the chopper. Yeah, I like that. It looks like a helicopter, I guess, is the thought. If Nick throws the chopper here, it might get some air off the leak. Okay, well, we'll see if this spot is there for Nicholas Edin. Brad Gushue seems to think that it's a really tough path. I guess we'll see here.
I think Nick didn't seem to have any problems. Probably maybe Mark took all the water away.
Yeah, might have been.
Because that was just made out of his hand.
Quite honestly, yeah. So Edin lying 4 without the hammer here. And yeah, this is...
Going to run the corner guard in.
Starting to look real tough if you're Brad Gushue.
A little bit more room for me to make my next call. I think you still got to try to play that.
Make that based on mine.
There's a lot of finish there.
True. Mark did make this shot basically.
But I think mine would have got in there.
Why are we changing? What kind of weight did you throw for yours?
I tried to throw like heavy half. And I bumped it to here? Yep. Brad? 13.4.
Okay. 13.5 on theirs. We're telling Mark to throw what he felt like hack to get it to the back line. On his first one, we were playing the same shot. I just want a little less weight. You're playing the same shot as EJ, right? Tapping it? Yeah, trying to bump it. A little more, Mark.
Okay, so you heard there, they're going to try to throw a little bit of weight here.
Told EJ to throw just through for back 8 and figured about 6 feet. Okay. I think that's still going to be good. We threw a few in this spot.
Trying to chap off and roll.
Weight looks close. Back 12. Whoa.
Pierre, like the matador, pulling the cape away.
Toro.
Back 12.
So the weight is there. It's where they want it. Can they get off of this red one enough here?
Oh, shot.
Pretty darn good from Brad Gushue there. Exactly the weight they wanted, and they move the red far enough to sit shot.
Nick's just going to make this double run look easy.
Yeah,
would be my guess. It's definitely not going out by hitting it on the center line side. It's just going to run into a mile of reds.
It looked like Oscar's initial indication was that they might be able to poke it through the hole, but that seems awfully tough to me.
That's just getting cocky. It's probably possible.
I think it's possible, but you got to be
It's
pretty darn
overburied,
precise.
though, so I don't think you can throw enough weight and hit it thick enough to get it far enough. Can you see the inside edge of that runner? Oh, that's an option, hit and roll for shot. Straight run through the hole off the back red.
Yeah, I mean, really, we heard Brad say that his shot was actually not really about trying to set up a deuce, but just trying to make his last shot easier.
Yeah.
Which, if Nicholas plays the run here, it should give Brad a draw to the 4-foot for his 1. I mean, he made it pretty darn good. It's not like 2 isn't on the table here, but
that was a fantastic shot.
But the double runner is, I don't even think they're playing the double runner.
I think they're just straight onto
just
it,
trying
but
to
I'm
fin
not
it.
sure.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me as well, but.
And then through the hole, just to really get Brad on tilt.
Final rock here for Nicholas Edin, 4th end. Nothing at all from the sweepers. They do not like it.
Sounded like a very good throw.
Yeah, so they were trying the double run after all that, and this is just going to be a draw to the 4-foot for 2. So much like the second end, Brad Gushue kind of manufacturing a 2 out of almost nothing here.
Got to go through Pierre's legs here.
Yeah. Mini golf style. Pierre's setting up the windmill.
Can't come to ours. We gotta we come to the side, but we
Yeah,
can't.
he's got to go wider.
Okay.
Brad almost never misses the 4-foot, but this is very missable under the current conditions.
Yep.
Yeah, the forecast in the building is 19, room temperature, and rainy. So final stone for Brad Gushue, a chance to get back within 1. Needs a piece of the 4-foot on a tricky track.
Stay down.
Looks good. I think we're there.
Line's fine. Stay down.
Back 4 on its own.
It should come down, Jeff.
Sweepers think it's there.
Still there.
Line's good. Well, you're by this one. You're by this
Good looking
one.
shot.
And that's as good of a skip's deuce as you'll see from Brad Gushue. Delicate weight tap back with his first, draw with his second, and we've got a 1-point game. Second half coming up.
Always look like 2.
Here, just keep this covered in the meantime. Freak out. Now you put a sponge on it just so it actually soaks it up. It doesn't start dripping through.
This is it.
get a couple towels up there.
Like through the tarp?
Poor locals are like, alright, Bill.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
Pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
it's a gold line. It's a gold line. It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
All right, Jeffy.
Guys, Mark. Mark. The towel's actually out too far and still coming in. We got to put it back in.
Play the game with,
Yeah.
I would be really good at that. I'd be really good at that game.
I'm actually pretty good. I won last night. I got it right.
Did you?
Yeah.
Isn't this the perfect response to your
He's going to have to hold the ladder. Is it 10
Jen's
count?
like,
He can't let it go.
Okay, we're back.
How are we ever?
Look at this thing.
We got a flag in the middle of the camera view here, but
It's funny from where we're sitting, but it's even funnier when you see it on the camera. Welcome back to the Hearing Life Tour Challenge. I'm John Cullen alongside Brent Lang here from the Bell Alliance Center in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, and the roof be leaking, Brent.
they got it figured out. Looks like a patch job.
Yeah, this is, we had head official Pierre Charette stand there with a towel-covered dustpan for several ends in a row, and now we have this jerry-rigged flag on a stick through a ladder thing. Great work by Mark Shurik and his crew. And it is a 1-point lead here for Nicholas Edin. He has the hammer here in end number 5, and that applause you're hearing is because we have our first final out here. Matt Dunstone defeating Joel Retornaz 6-2, and maybe a little interesting, Brent. It feels like maybe an early quit.
I was thinking the same thing, and
Retornaz only down 4 with 3 ends to play.
They don't have another game today, but maybe they play in the morning, thinking ahead and just not feeling it. Maybe they got no fight in them like their coach Ryan. He was an early quitter. I used to appreciate that with him because we got beat a lot when we played together.
Yeah, you did.
We might have had an early quit or two in us.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
The writing was on the wall.
Honestly, I will say, like, I wanna say, like, I had that dog in me. But sometimes quitting early feels really good.
Yeah. It's just
you know what? Guys, we could just go sit down right now.
We could stop feeling like we're getting beat up. I would have played one more end. I'm with you. I mean, the worst part about playing one more end is if you steal one, then you got to play one more end. And you steal one, and you still lose by one if you steal three times in a row.
That doesn't feel good, eh?
No. And obviously Matt and team were playing pretty well. And anyway, long week and a tough one there for the Italian Stallions.
Yeah, so we'll see Matt Dunstone in one of the A finals here. This is, of course, a triple knockout event for the first time ever here at the Tour Challenge. This is an A semifinal here. So the winners of this game trying to do the same thing that Matt and crew have done. So just over curled there a little bit for EJ, leaves one of the reds in the house.
EJ's had a few over curl. I mean, it's hard to say because that spot in the ice could be partially responsible, but.
So it'll be Matt Dunstone up against Brad Jacobs in one of the A finals, and then the winner of this game will move on to face the winner of Bruce Mowat and Kevin Cooey, and it's looking more and more likely that that's going to be Bruce Mallett, as he's already up 5-1 and drawing for 2 here in the 5th. And I think if he makes this, we may see another early quit out here.
That one's also justified.
Yeah, down 7-1, I think is that can be time to pack it in. Nice shot there from Rasmus Rana on our game.
Brad's got to feel like I got to battle so hard for these deuces, and then it seems like we're just giving them the soft deuce right back every time.
Oh, hold on, EJ. Guys.
Guys, the ladder's in the way.
Guys, we're going to be playing down. I might need you to move the ladder. Just be ready. When Mark comes.
That's a new line call. Hey, ladder!
Where do you want the broom? I'll just aim at the ladder. That's good. We're good.
Yeah, Mark better drop off early here, or else it's going to get taken out.
Looks good.
Keep a broom on that one, Jeff.
Curl.
So just right on the beak.
Guys, you got to watch the strategy here. They're going to have the same shot.
Yeah, they went through all the trouble of moving the ladder, and then they just moved it right back, even though Nicholas Edin is going to need it moved again. This is quite the valiant effort by the ice crew here. This is some wild stuff.
Come on. Whoa. Behöver köra en del. Rent.
So it looked like Team Kui was debating whether or not they were going to quit, but they have decided not to. So it is a 7-1 lead for Bruce Mallett in that one. They're playing 6, Kui with the hammer, and right beside them, Mike McEwen up 4-3 on Corey Dropkin. McEwen has the hammer. They're playing 6. As always, you can watch both of those games on Home Team Live. We'll have all the games streaming for you throughout the weekend.
Did not see how Mike and the fellas stole 2. And so involved in this dripping festival.
Yeah, it's impossible to do anything right now.
Not a bad spot.
It's hard to commentate this game. It's hard to do anything. But I think we're doing a good job.
We're hanging in there.
We're hanging in. These are the things we live for. I mean, realistically, we're making fun of them for talking about Fort McMurray, but you and I are both absolutely going to be talking about this forever.
Oh, for sure.
I remember when I was on the call in Charlottetown, and Pierre Charette stood there with a dustpan with a towel draped over it for 20 minutes. People just nodding at the après curl. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I remember when you told me that last year, John. Great story. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Oh, we got a hog line. Nope. Not good. Lots of rocks not quite hard enough to get over the hog line today. Not good. This is getting into double territory. Oscar probably wanting to roll inside here. We're going to leave a double.
Yep. Keep shot.
Hard to tell from my angle if that guard must be a little bit in the way.
Det är okej det där. Svårt att göra den så exakt så det hade blivit optimalt också.
I knew it was PO, but
okay,
like 8.5.
What?
8.5.
That is Peel, Mark. Where'd you grow up?
Really?
Yeah.
So there's not a ton of room by the guard here. Otherwise, he'd just throw his regular Peel, which is probably 6.5.
Is this smooth? Is that where we're
just 8.5? I thought he came up with.
Okay, so not smooth. That's like a heavy normal.
Yeah. Whatever it is, sounds perfect.
Yeah. Well, Mark Nichols, no trouble right there. Very nice shot. Might be heading to Blanksville here, Brent.
Could be.
One-way ticket. I'm taking the ladder. Strap an engine to it and get me going.
Now, this is the shot. I mean, high guard, so not a tough chase, but still got to make it.
Imagine this was a Brier final.
Oh, God.
That ladder would end up in the Curling Hall of Fame.
That would be tough.
We just have it on display.
We did have the lights go out in the, what was that?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
3-4 game.
That was
John's, right?
when Guy Hemmings changed the score with the lights out.
Oh, that was another time.
Oh, that was a
against
different time.
Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, we were playing in the 3-4 game against Jacobs in St. John's.
And the lights went out.
And the lights went out.
In 17?
Yeah, that big windstorm.
Oh, yeah, right.
I wish they went out in the final.
Maybe throw my 6 first just to get a good guard in play.
No problem there from Oscar, just quietly making every shot asked of him again.
Yep. As per usual.
He took up mixed doubles one year and won the world championship, and I'm not sure he's played again.
Yeah, Olympic bronze and world championship.
Not bad.
Yep. 2 different partners, too, I do believe. Won the worlds with Anna,
right?
and then won the bronze with Almeida.
Pretty good. What was your crazy stat about these two down there?
Well, apparently they have 38 total World Curling Federation medals, Nicholas and Oscar. But we were trying to do the math. The math isn't exactly mathing, but it's pretty close, though. Like, it's closer than it should be. Like, you hear 38, you're like, that doesn't sound right.
I thought it was both of them together, and then you added up one of them, and it was well into the 20s.
Well into the 20s, yeah.
Too many.
They've got 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Oscar's got a mixed doubles bronze, 7 worlds, 2 world silvers, 5-time Euros, 3-time Euro silver. They have Nicholas has 2 world juniors. Kripa has 1. They've got a Universiade, all 3 of them, not Rasmus. And then they have 2 world mixed doubles titles, Oscar and Anna in 19, Rasmus and his sister Isabella last year.
Nice.
So it's in the 20s somewhere. Maybe there's some like junior stuff I'm missing. I basically, when I made my notes, I said, what good is the world junior silver? You know what I mean? I don't need to talk about that on the broadcast. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to have one. I'm just saying.
Didn't want to roll behind the guard there, and heads up roll at the end and got it open, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Brad was probably going to freeze anyway, but.
No. I wonder how many Briar playoffs does Brad have? Like, how many top 3s? How many medals would he have there?
So he actually doesn't have a ton of medals at the Briar, weirdly, like other than golds. Like, he doesn't win. I think he has 1 bronze and 2 silvers.
Yeah, he took a long time to get
to the playoffs. Took a long time to get there, yeah.
Won the Olympic gold medal before he ever made the playoffs at the Briar, probably. Was 07 his first playoffs at the Briar, maybe?
Brad? Could be. I didn't calculate Briar playoffs when I did my notes either. You're putting me on the spot
I
here.
know. Well, you're capable. I know
I'm
you are.
capable. I am. I try my best here.
Not much going on in the game here.
Yeah, exactly. It's a blank. Who cares? Okay, so he's got 3 bronze. Oh, no, that's a... Yeah, 2 silvers and a bronze at the Briar only. Brad.
You don't want to play him in the final then, eh? He's pretty successful in that last game.
You do not, yeah. And yeah, one of those silvers was in 07 in Hamilton.
That one I liked. See,
Cops Coliseum, probably.
Remember that movie Unbreakable, and where they figured out that there's an opposite for everybody? So in the finals of the Briar, I am Brad's opposite.
Oh, like you shatter. You're Bruce Willis, and he's whoever the opposite guy is.
No, I'm the other guy. I'm the breakable guy. He's unbreakable.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Bruce Willis is the breakable guy, isn't he?
No, he's the killer. He's
unbreakable.
He's the one who bench presses.
So you're Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. He is Bruce Willis. Got it. Understood. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
I think it's good. I might have to rewatch it.
You might have to. I remember it being pretty good. This end is not unblankable. You like that?
That's nice how you slid that in there.
Yeah. Blank attempt here for Nicholas Edin. Rasmus on this right out of the hand. And that will get out of the house. No trouble. So there were a few ends that looked like blanks. We finally have one here. Nicholas Edin will keep a 5-4 lead into the 6th.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your place. Come as you are, and fit in comfortably. Mr. Mice, eat locally, enjoy casual.
Hello, curling fans. Welcome back. Nicholas Edin, Brad Gushue, and yes, that is a ladder with a piece of a tent on it on the ice if you're just joining us. A leak in the roof here at the Bell Alliance Center, so this makeshift solution until the ice makers can get on the ice after this game and hopefully sort it out.
We just miss him by that much, or is it?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
And Jeff continues to be a little bit light on these guards, and Brad continues to be a little bit upset about it. It's just a little bit short, but it's Nicholas Edin leading 5-4 with the hammer here, Brent, and we know the sixth end in these games is so crucial, and you got to think if you're already leading by 1, you'd love to get a 2 here and really give yourself a great chance to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything but a steal, that would really kind of turn the game a little bit, but even being forced to 1 here is pretty good, but a 2, up 3 with 2 ends to play, not a good situation for the other team. So Jeff's guard definitely too long. They're going to have to throw another one. Don't see Jeff struggle very often, but he has whatever he's thinking his feel is, he needs to throw it a little bit harder on most of these shots so far.
Mine should be good. Gotta curl a little. It's good. Nice and tight. Nice and
Line's
tight.
looking good. Looks like he's made good on this one. Just needs to nibble the center.
Yeah, it's very nice there from Jeff. I think it's on the center. Tough to tell with, yeah, that's on there for sure. I mean, it looks like it anyway.
Needs.
Oh, Brad thinks it's off. Okay.
I think so.
I don't even know why Nick would look if Brad.
Yeah, that's what Brad.
Off.
That's what Brad
no,
said.
it's on. It's on.
Yeah, Brad said you're probably not going to agree with me since
Yeah.
I did say it was off the center line, but that's the sportsman that Nicholas is. You know, it would have been funny if they were both arguing for the better case for the other guy. No, I think it's on. No, I think it's off.
Right.
So that applause you heard is for a final in the Kevin Cooey-Bruce Mowat game. It ended up being a blank in 6. So it was a 7-1 win for Bruce Mowat. They'll move on to the A final to face the winner of our feature game here.
Christopher with the perfect come around, it looks like. Couldn't walk it down any better than that.
Yeah, very nice. 2 buried behind those center guards for the Swedes.
You gotta play almost a run back.
Is this crazy?
No, I don't think so.
I think you have to try to move something there.
Those red ones are in such a good spot.
Let's just get rid of it and leave a couple guards up there.
Okay. You guys are good when the ice
Just up those.
That is a backhanded compliment of all time. You guys are good when the ice sucks. They did win 2 slams on frozen rivers when we were really struggling with the rocks. I wasn't going to bring it up, though.
Yep. Weight's good. Good weight. Hard.
That is a good dig from Mark Nichols. Not known for that.
No, took a shot there for sure.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Great shot.
That is a really good shot.
Yeah, very nice there from EJ Harnden. You know, it is a bit of a dig, but it is also, it is a skill. You know, the
Sure
ice
it
is not always going to be perfect, and if you can get an advantage on your opponents by managing it better, that's really huge. So,
and the way they throw the rock, similar to Team Mowat, a little extra spin, a little tighter slide line. They don't have to play out in the weeds quite as much, and the more spin, the less the kind of idiosyncrasies in the ice affect the rock. So it's not shocking. So maybe it is a compliment.
Yeah.
Mark's back to being the nicest guy in the world.
Exactly. There you go. Exactly.
Good, we got there.
Yeah. Well, I think, too, for me, you know, you and I have both, I'm sure, been watching Nicholas Edin lots, and you've obviously played against him lots. Ooh.
That's hard to do at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, really close to being really good, but unfortunately was not so good for Rasmus Rana there. But, yeah, I think with Edin, right, it just comes down to attitude, too. I think some curlers, their predilection when the ice isn't up to their standards is to be a little bit grumpy about it. And I think when you just have a genuinely sunny disposition most of the time on the ice, that that can help you work through some troubles too.
Makes sense. Like, where were you 25 years ago? I could have used that attitude.
Hey, could have given me a call. 25 years ago, I was 13, but I was curling for my first year ever. You were winning the World Juniors, but I'd have been there for you.
Why did I pick that number? I didn't have to know that. God damn.
That's not too bad if I'm 13 and you're winning the World Juniors.
Oh no, I don't mind that. It's just I hate the 25 years ago was when you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that number's never going to get easier.
No,
to stomach. And it always gets bigger somehow.
That's right. It's hard to make it go the other way.
Yeah.
Good come around, and after throwing a really good rock, Rasmus has got Nick and the guys in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, really nice throw there. Two really good ones from EJ.
Close to getting all 4 of these yellows here if he slashes this into the side, across the top.
Yeah, 3 of them for sure.
The weight will be right.
So here comes the gun from Rasmus Rana. How many does he get? Just 2. That's pretty good. Maybe a little unfortunate to roll that one towards the center.
That's just the slash Nick will get to make for the blank.
Yeah, exactly.
Still got to guard the center one, and still a chance to steal here. If they could ever steal here, we got a brand new ball game. After all the ups and downs and emotional roller coasters.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to need a cig after this one, right? I've never smoked in my life, but this might be the right. This might be the right time. 3 days from now, you and I are just hacking darts in between ends.
Highly unlikely. Needs to stay guarded. If it's a little high and they can chase.
A little over curl, I think.
Enough that he's still calling the runner, though, so it does the trick. Make it on the inside and just tick it so we can get the one on the button, is what he motioned with his broom. Obviously, I have no idea if he said that.
Got one. Ooh. That is the worst possible result. Missing everything in the house and leaving the guard there.
Did he roll over to guard the other one, the slash double?
Yes, I believe so, yeah. I don't know if
he did. Absolutely, he
yeah.
did. Holy. We got action, folks.
We got action. We're dancing.
Of action.
We're dancing.
Oscar's going to have to come up with something real good on his next one.
And over here, we may have another final here. Mike McEwen drawing for 4.
What happened there? Line 2 when I looked over like a minute ago.
And that's that. So we have yet another final here. Mike McEwen, 8-3 winners over Corey Dropkin. So the Americans will drop down to the C side of the draw. Mike McEwen will get his streak back intact. He was 13 wins in a row before losing to Matt Dunstone yesterday, but back in the winning column today.
So we can just slide these guys over a sheet. I mean, what's the big deal?
Yeah, exactly. All the other sheets are empty here, and we've got a ladder in the middle of ours.
I don't think Nick's going anywhere.
No.
Well, right now he might want to start this end over for sure.
No doubt about that.
Jag gillar att sätta dubbel nu. Det känns som den röda blir väldigt i vägen för allting här. Den täcker liksom alla intern. Ja, hållet sig så väldigt litet och spelar något i. Ja, nej. Ja, en 40% så kommer den här ganska nära att vara in i bot, tror jag.
Still trying to clean this up. Nick was be super happy to score a point here now.
Tunnhall 40 är bra för att göra den här. Ja.
Just playing the double peel here, maybe. Open up that slash for the blank. I think that's a good call if that's what he's making.
Spin den där.
Yeah, good shot.
So that cleans it up a little bit there for Nicholas Edin, but it is still Brad Gushue lying 2 without the hammer here in 6.
So Brad knows that he played that shot to open up the slash double, so he's going to guard here, keep it relatively high, like not high, but halfway, because he knows Nick's going to run it probably into the side one. Or maybe he's going to leave it. So on his last one, would he come into the rings? I think he would. Needs to make a good guard here. Nick will certainly chase if he has the opportunity. Really trying to drag this one. Not sure this is going to hit his spot.
Yeah, maybe a little higher than he wanted, and certainly over curled from where he wanted it.
That's just not great.
Yeah, I wonder if Nicholas can actually get at the shot stone here.
I think he can for sure. It's I wish I could hear what he was saying here in English, because this is an interesting situation.
Funderade på om man skulle spela slashen.
Man kan ju spela slashen. Missa den dock. Absolut. Slanta vid den bara.
If you chase it and you're heavy, I think he said fort, which is, I think, heavy. And you wreck on the outside, it's really, really bad. Because Brad will loop one around to the button and be 2 on the button. I think you're peeling here.
Han ska dra den ganska högt för att den inte ska kännas. Men det är klart. Jag tror jag gillar hacken faktiskt. Jag tror den kommer göra. Jag tror den kommer curla lugnt och fint liksom.
They are not peeling.
Mer. Ja, där är bra. Curlar ni inte får försöka vicka på över och i alla fall ligga andra sten.
So Chasen shot rock. Might have to make it twice, because if you do make it, Brad's going to try it, and he makes it. We're going to be looking at a very similar situation. You like this, John?
Well, what else do? You make the slash now, and then Brad draws around and you chase it?
Yeah, that's a possibility. Or do you just peel the guard, and where would Brad go? He would go top 8 in front of it, and then you'd have to make a double to give him one. That's not very good.
Yeah, that's
don't
not
like
good
that
at all. Yeah, that's no good.
So you could run it in there. Yeah, this, I don't know. Maybe
I think this is the only way you score 2.
For sure.
So I don't mind it from that perspective, but you're right that if you ever click the guard here or you hit the outside one, it's an absolute disaster.
He's turning around like it picked already.
Oh, are they by the center?
I think so.
They are. How can they hold it? I mean, if it picked, then he threw it bad.
Did that touch the guard or not?
I don't know. That got right through the hole. Yeah, he said it. He thought it picked, so obviously it didn't.
Hopefully we see a replay there, because how did he get by so tight and roll so far?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a pretty high guard, so that could be it.
Not a great... That's 2. No, I think he hit the guard. Mark's like that, like saying that was a bit of a fluke.
Yeah, he did say that's 2.
So still a good chance here if Brad can nose this.
Maybe lying 3 and
not a real easy path to the 4-foot for Nick.
So last rock here for Brad Gushue in the 6th, a potential steal opportunity if he makes this run back. Doesn't sound like they love it. EJ's trying to bring it over here. You can't miss the back one. And so he will get rid of the red and will force Nicholas to 1 here. But not as good as it could have been.
Sigh of relief from Nick and the guys there. That could have been real bad. So a relatively simple shot here under normal conditions, and I think this spot's pretty normal.
Yeah, I think they haven't really had too much issue with the ice since the ladder went up.
That seems like a lot of ice.
Krippa har typ en tiondel hårdare slide än i början av matchen. Sen vet jag inte om du ger den lite mer också.
Så jag behöver ner under 0 på min innan då förmodligen.
Skulle gissa 95.
Toppstenen är ju dock, om jag spelar bak 8 fart, då är toppstenen i spel lite grann. Ja.
So probably talking about the speed, obviously the line.
Final stone.
95.
Needs full 8 foot to score 1.
Känns 10 bak 4. Vinden är bra. Vinden är bra. Bak 4.
They don't look too concerned.
10.
Nope.
Line's not an issue.
Seems like they like it. And just a little polish at the end, and that'll get the job done. So Nicholas Edin will take a 2-point lead. 2 ends to go.
En tredjedel och in. Men det var ganska bra. Lite sen push i den.
Comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable. And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
And is the choice of champions.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
Pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a Gold Line. It's a Gold Line. It's a Gold Line.
And it's the choice of champions.
Well, curling fans, sorry for the increased delay there. We are once again managing the leak on this sheet out here. The ice making team, Mark Schurig and his crew are out there trying to scrape off some of the leak and re-pebble. So we're just getting set here for the 7th. This game might end at some point this year, Brent.
I don't think so.
You and I are just stuck in a time loop now. This is Groundhog Day for us.
Right. Just hoping for a deuce here for Brad, because then the extra end's not possible. I shouldn't have said that. I mean,
yeah, why they blank 8
and roll out or something.
You never know.
Seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it too. Yeah. BC Junior final one year went to 12.
Nice.
Yeah, do remember that. I never did it. I never played a double extra in my career.
I think I only did one time in junior, like early juniors, when hitting and staying was real hard. So 2-point lead here for Team Edin, and Brad doing what he does, not what he does best. What he does best is run from the front, but when he is down, he doesn't go away. Still in this game, a deuce here, and all of a sudden it's tied up coming home. Feels like they've been getting beat all day.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, no question about it. Definitely seems like Nicholas Edin has been in control here, but...
Ooh, slipped into the rings.
So there's the option here for Brad.
They peel it, but then they're going to throw another guard. Still think you hit and roll, though.
I like it. It's a little harder. Okay. Yeah, I think you try to get 2. You can try to draw the 4-foot in the last one. Okay. Which one
There's
do you
the
throw
plan.
8.
Try and get 2 and make him draw the 4-foot in the last end. Similar to what we talked about earlier, and I couldn't come up with this situation, so we've got it now, though. I would say you're much more likely to get 3 right now than you are in 8. Because Nick's, if things go awry, he'll take on a little less risk to hold you to 2
than he would
in 8.
No question.
So I like playing the 7th. That's fun to see the most 3-unders, I would say. Similar to the guys in the booth, Brad, we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying to hit our spots.
I promise you those 3 guys are trying.
Yeah, it has. It's just been a little tricky, although we did hear Jeff say that, or I heard it anyway a few ends ago, that one of his rocks is straighter, so I wonder if he's just been trying to manage that and just hasn't been quite able to figure it out. It's also hard to, when you're a lead and you're a touch player, to have all these stops and starts in the game. Jeff probably hasn't thrown a rock in about 30 minutes of lifetime. So that's a long time for a lead to stay cold and not throw. So it's almost certainly a factor as well. And that's a really nice tap up from Christopher Sundgren right on the beak.
Gonna throw in another corner. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, a lot of kind of second guessing the paths too, which makes it harder to play really well. But Team Edin overall has made a bunch of soft shots, and so has Team Gushue. Just a few more misses probably out of them than we've seen out of Nick. Nick's been managing the scoreboard since the great shot in the first end, though. So
yeah, they've yet to relinquish the lead since then, and if he could force Brad Gushue here, they'll be in a great spot. Even if you give up 2, you're happy with that.
Yeah. How well they hit. Oscar's already had his nose hit peel for the year.
Hey, he got that out of the way early this year.
Nice ovation for Corey Dropkin.
Yeah, the crowd here, we've talked about it all week. They've been fantastic. Not just that there's so many people here, but obviously love the curling, very respectful, and we've seen every player as they're exiting the ice is getting a nice ovation. And, especially for Corey, you have a tough loss there, 8-3. Feels nice to get the love from the crowd when you come off.
Still signing all the autographs.
Yeah.
As all the curlers will always do.
Yep, absolutely.
Especially for the kids. Corey playing with 3 this week too, I hear.
He is, yeah. Mark Fenner's been hurt. He's been nursing a bit of a hip injury, and we were talking with Coach Phil before the event, and he was saying that they're expecting it could be another month, that he's kind of hoping to be back for the next slam. So ideally sooner than that, but that's kind of the timetable that they've been working with, and I believe they've already played an event with 3 so far this year.
Back 8 playing the chip on the tight one and rolling behind the corner, I think. Hard to get anything great by running that guard without killing one of the corner guards. So asking EJ for a very precise shot here. Leads make this all the time though, EJ. Stand up for the seconds.
Backline.
Jeff Walker trying to bring this one over.
Straight. It's through.
Hit through the hole.
So unfortunately for EJ, doesn't chip the correct red stone there, but it does hang around in the back ring.
Weight was perfect.
Yeah, weight was very ideal.
Thinking of guarding the hole guard, eh?
Man skulle också kunna gå för den här. Väldigt naturlig halvträff, men den kanske är lite äcklig också att gå på. Om man inte sätter den så blir det inte fantastiskt, men ja.
He's not talking about peeling, is he?
I think he's maybe just gesturing that depending on what they do, that's what Brad might do. Is my guess. I don't know, though.
Well, I think you have to guard almost, because the instinct is hit the one in the house. Then they whip one through the hole here and roll behind the centers, and it's a way worse situation.
It sounded like I heard a little English creep in there, and it kind of sounded like Nicholas is concerned there isn't really a perfect guard here. That wherever you put the guard, Brad's going to be able to do something they don't like.
He is playing the keel. Okay. I'll take shots that I would never dream up for 100. But it does kind of, if you not the double on the left one here, it kind of guards it.
I think that's their thought, that if we're going to throw the guard anyway.
That red one, the first red one you're hitting, might spin towards the rings. Spin over and guard it, line it up. Dead lined up to the button.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the desired result there. I think even Brad's a little confused here. What do we do?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think you want to hit here.
I think we draw there. Okay.
Really, eh? I don't agree at all.
That was almost perfectly timed.
Yeah.
I think we hit here. I think we draw.
Well, and I'll tell you why I think what I think.
Yeah.
You draw over there, and if they make a chase, which is always going to be possible, then the blank's pretty much done. If they make a chase and hit and roll in lie 2, you know, it's tough to get a deuce. As much as that wasn't the call, those ones lining up in the middle, if you roll it behind them ever, Nick can make that run back with his eyes closed. I could make that one still in my street shoes. I think, well, I shouldn't say that. I got jeans on. I probably hurt myself.
You either hurt yourself or the jeans.
Right.
One or the other. And that was certainly not the desired result for EJ Harnden coming up a foot short of the house.
No, that one didn't go far enough.
Got to make sure you stick here.
Actually, missing the rings there gives you a better chance at a blank than if you had hit the rings.
Correct. There. Yeah, that's why I was kind of saying.
Interesting.
For Edin, you definitely want to make sure you stick.
Yeah.
Bra.
Not sure how Brad gets out of this.
Yeah, that's 2 rubies, and they're pretty separated here for Team Edin.
Go right to it, yeah.
Helt okej vinkel, våra centrar. Känns som det går att väga dem.
I wonder, I'll be interested to see if late in the end, if Brad's lying 1 on Nick's last and those guards are still there, if Nick says, you know what, I'm going to whip one around the centers. Maybe leave you a real hard angle raise for 2, but
Man måste ju se till att hålla den här sidan öppen i alla fall mot hammaren. Ja.
some teams find it more comfortable now with the 5-rock rule to be tied with rather than up 2 without.
Hard, Jets! Hard!
I don't know if those teams are right or wrong, but I do know those teams exist. Good shot by Mark. So
That's
good.
Lovely.
Good shot. Great shot.
Lovely touch from Mark Nichols, the Charlottetown crowd acknowledging such.
And pick that clean now. And then it's decision time for Brad. What do you do then? This is a thin pick, though. A lot of times you're going to make the double here.
Yeah, you don't want to lose the back one with those staggered centers. And the 2 corner guards, for that matter. But I don't think Brad's going around the corner guards at this point.
One's made.
Very nice.
Easy. He's looking at going around the corner. It's not going to be shot rock likely. And then Nick's going to go around the center, and that's not a good idea for Brad.
Yeah, I guess that's the question here. Do you go around the center now?
You can come off of that one.
Do we have enough of it?
Yeah. Yeah, you got enough to come off it. Like,
Oof.
like that's your out if he decides to go. Problem is, we're gonna be second.
Well, he's gonna hit this first. He's coming on his last.
Yeah, so Brad does think Nick's drawn on his last one.
They hit. I'm just saying we gotta hit again. Right?
Do you ever try to throw weight and get under now?
It's an option.
Roll right to the center line, and he freezes. Then the blink's dead.
Either way, inevitably he's coming around. It's just you could go there, I guess. Could go there. Hopefully you blast it, and then we could kind of maybe get an edge on edge here.
Do something blank.
I'm going no joy here. I don't like
I've
anything.
been thinking blank for the last couple shots.
If I'm Gushue right now, I don't like anything.
Once we came up short there, it's
Go around the center and make him screw up the immiscible runner and hope he doesn't dead stick it.
Yeah.
I don't see a blank here.
It's there on the next one, Jeff. It'll be there first.
Yeah, the only way Brad was thinking of a blank is you freeze to this back red, Nicholas spills it all, and then you tuck half a piece around the center guard so he has no choice but to chop it out. And that's the way you get your blank, but that's easier said than done.
This freeze looks tough to me.
Yes, I agree.
We hit, they hit, we hit again. We hit again. They come around, this drags, we're still only getting one. Yeah. That's my point.
Now it's made. That's not good. Getting one's not good.
So the only way to get around that is
Freeze is great. I just wanted to get there.
Then he hits.
Probably
and what do we
squeaking
do?
that.
It is very tough to get there, absolutely.
He's
That's
drawing
why it's
around
got a
that
certain-
stagger on his last one.
All right, let's take the chances that we get a half shot out of him.
Okay.
Yeah, like you say, there's not really a clear option for 2 or a clear option for a blank.
No joy.
So,
That's
no
what I
joy.
mean.
No joy. That's right.
I don't know who Joy is, but she's not here. I think
she left once the roof started leaking.
Right. Seemed to for at least an end or two for Brad.
Yeah, yes.
I think he's talked this through and thought this through quite well. I don't see a better option than this. And you hope that on the come around that, yeah, you have the chase. If you're sure Nick's going to play it, which I'm not 100% sure, but I think he will.
Right to it, EJ. Right to it. Hard, 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 hard.
Certainly don't want to roll out here.
No, that'd be bad.
Hey, good shot.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, I just don't think Nicholas is going to draw around here up 2.
Not on this one,
Not
I don't
on this
think.
one, yeah, I don't think so.
And the next one he might.
The freeze, I didn't mind, but
Då har jag alltid linjen nästan borta. Ja. De spelar emot en stulen eller inåt. Vanligt. Ja, precis. Han spelar 9 blank nu.
Ja. Jag spelar typ 10-0.
Ja. Hänger ändå ganska bra. Siktar mot en halv sekund extra. Ja. Ganska bra. Gillar ni andra vinkeln? Kommer ligga 98, nästan by 4.
Jag gillar vinkeln utåt. Ja, jag också.
So playing the nose hit here, I think. There won't be a chance for a freeze here. Well, I guess there would be. Brad would have to go way out in the weeds, and no chance he's taking that on. That'd make his draw in St. John's look easy, I think. That looks real snowy out there.
Yeah, certainly you need to stick here if you're Nicholas Edin.
I wonder if they were trying to roll around the center. I think that might complicate things for Nick, actually. Oh, we're going to find out.
Yeah, I don't think they were trying that, but...
Brad's got to chase that.
Yeah, you'd have to think so.
Or do you draw and then the runner and hope he can't stick it, but it's not going to be very hard to stick.
Just enough to, probably just gonna nibble it forward.
Playing the come around.
Let's go deep. As well freeze it, but
Definitely don't want to be back there.
nibble the four.
Yeah, you're getting forced if you do that.
Wait, what? Make that double run a little longer. What's the speed?
So you heard Brad say, looking for the button here, top button.
14.
They do think that that stagger maybe drags onto wherever they throw this.
Yeah, it looks like Nick's going to be able to make that one go pretty much wherever he wants. But if you're Brad, you just hope he kind of misreads it a little bit or mishits it and somehow rolls out. I think there's almost, unless you're frozen on the back, there's almost always going to be a shot to lie 2 for Nick here.
Right to your broom. Line's good.
Right to your broom. Line's good.
Line's good.
Full four. Half four.
Go ahead.
Hard.
Go. Hard. Go. Hard.
Gotta be shot.
Gotta be shot.
Gotta be shot. And they are shot, but Nick can probably see enough of it to remove it if he wants, or he can just play the short run.
I think that's going to drag enough to stay pretty easily. Both skips have certainly been acting like that's the case. It looked like he just said if I throw the out turn, the second rock takes the in turn. I'm not ashamed to say that I have no idea when there's 2 rocks. I know when there's 1, but I know that these guys screw around enough in practice that they do know this stuff.
Yeah, there's no question about that. I'm the lead, so
I will not make Russ Howard's mistake and say that this rock's going nowhere when he hits it on that spinner. And then it did, because Nick had tried that shot, and that never dawned on me either, Russ. So I don't feel feel bad. But I think he's going to play the out turn to give the second rock the in turn to give himself a better shot of sticking. I think he just kind of has to hit a half of this on the centerline side, and it's still going to stick, but.
yeah, you know they'd like to be precise with this one. So Nicholas Edin trying to find his way to a force here. Last rock in 7. Rana on this right out of the hand.
It's going to drag a lot, I think.
And just like that.
Oh, and lying 3.
Lying
Sneaky
3.
bugger, just in case you want to try that double.
Fantastic shot from Nicholas Edin.
This is not a gimme shot for Juan. He's got to play that intern shot.
Yeah, he
that
doesn't.
He hates. Yeah, he's playing the double.
Yeah.
Conditions are calling for this.
Yeah, as Jeff said, it's, you know, in almost any other situation, you'd see Brad play the intern draw here. But the fact that both the rock and the 2 sweepers would have to pass underneath the flag hanging from the ladder.
Yeah. Edge
I'm just going to say that as many times as I can because I
like it.
probably never will get to again in my career.
So a hair low, hair on the center line side.
A little less.
Make the double, score your point. Either way, you were going to have to steal the 8 then, but now you got to steal 8 and 9 even after. You got to make an 8 for 6 or 7 foot real good double.
Yeah, not an easy shot here for Brad Gushue trying to keep the game alive.
Sounds like he plugged it.
And just gets enough of that back one, so it will be 1 on the board for Team Gushue, but a very good scenario for Nicholas Edin, up 1 with hammer when we come back.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your place. Come as you are and fit in comfortably. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally, enjoy casually.
Line's tight. Hard early. Hard early.
Well, this game has had it all. A roof leak, multiple phenomenal shots, an up and down scoreboard, but here we are in the final end. Nicholas Edin leading 6-5 over Brad Gushue with the hammer. Winner of this game will move on to the A final, and the loser will drop down to the B side. Bruce Mowat will await the winner of this game in that A final.
Do you remember what color Jacobs was when they played this sheet earlier and Ben struggled with that one rock and Brad had a bad rock? Because I don't want anything to do with Jeff's rocks that he's throwing right now.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be enjoying them, that's for sure, as he completely missed the center line here. And so this will allow for a tick for Christopher Sundgren. Nicholas Edin had to run to the washroom in between the ends there, so they were waiting for him, but they got a ton of time on the board. Oscar was going to call the line, but you probably want to have 2 sweepers when you're playing a tick, so this is probably the right move. But yeah, unfortunately with Jeff's being off the center line, it makes the steal that much tougher. I mean, we're going to assume that Kripa makes this, but he's been absolutely dynamite all game.
Sure has. Nick's entering his washroom break years. Is he 40 yet?
No, he's the same age as me, so he'll be one year
close. Not even close.
1 year shy. I'm closer than I'd like to be.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt that much.
Nah. It'll be gradual, the pain.
A little bit heavy, it sounds like. But they still like it.
Yeah, you could have seen them try to tick this one into the house, but instead just doing the old-fashioned tick it off to the side, and that is absolutely phenomenal from Christopher Sundgren. Just a great touch.
That is not as easy as it looks.
Well, especially now, right? Because the leads aren't throwing as many ticks. You know, it got pretty automatic there for a while, which is why we changed the rule to have the no-tick zone when the rock is touching the center line. But it maybe is a little less automatic now because you're not throwing it as much. You're probably not practicing it as much because it doesn't come up as much in a game. But, yeah, that was very well done from Kripa there.
Just got this one on the line, hit his spot there. Perfect depth too. How does Nick defend? Yeah, he's gonna go around it. This is kind of the common one. Full 4 foot, put it in a spot, they gotta move it. But top 8 or top 12 is real bad. Back button's obviously real bad, so this is a big shot. Leads are important, it turns out. Man, when did that happen?
I don't know. Too late in my lifetime for anyone to care about what I was doing.
Gotta slow down here. This looks close to back button. Not bad.
That's not bad.
Not ideal. Foot too far, probably. A rock at least, but.
13-8.
Oh, this is EJ's chance. Freeze it on kind of 7/8. Even if it gets right to the nose, I don't think they'd be very unhappy with that.
Tee back four. Okay, lots of room. Tee. Play the weight.
Play the weight.
Needs a curl, guys. Quite a bit. Weight's real good.
Doesn't necessarily need to be shot here, but needs to be frozen.
Try and freeze it on here, Mark.
Keep going, Mark.
Looks light. Looks light.
Hard, Mark.
Hard.
Hard.
Straight to it. Good shot.
Very nice shot from EJ.
Pretty much perfect.
Yeah, good sweep from Mark. Now we see the peels coming. Rasmus wasting no time.
So what is the long-term play here for Brad? Because these guys don't miss peels, so got to guard it for a little bit. I don't see anything really good.
It's good. Like, we can always work it over, right?
Yeah, especially with Edin being shot. Eventually, Brad's going to have to do something about that.
Tap it on the perfect angle.
Yeah.
And then the top one, if he blasts, will come over here, and you hope the other one jams and accidentally win the game.
A little bit early. Yep. Halfway.
Yep. Yep.
Pass. Line's good. We're fine. Okay. Line's good. Just pass out. Line's good. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Stay with it, guys. Yep. Good shot.
Ballotten curlar är ganska nära den här.
Just a straight peel. I don't think there's anything else that Team Edin has to do here. Brad's going to be the team that makes the first move.
Yeah, with them being down one, they'll certainly have to at some point.
Don't know what that move is yet. I guess it's a freeze. But the one on the button's always going to scream out of the house. Pop one jam side 8, and then you draw the other side of the 8 and make them at least draw against the loss. Might be the best you can hope for at this point.
Okay. You got some room. It's a little wider than EJ's.
No, line's good.
Curl. Same weight as easy. Curl. Just shorten the letters. Okay, line's okay. Clean. Yep. 2 feet short. Yep. Keep going. Good. Good shot.
Guard made, and Oscar Eriksson will peel that. Just like that, and we're going to see one more guard maybe, it looks like.
I think so.
Yeah. This almost has the feel of an old school last end here with that first tick being made. This is... yeah, let's just get to the skips rocks, and then we'll see what we can do.
Sounds like they like it.
Certainly seems that way.
Getting good at this shot.
Yeah, this is the one shot I was good at in my career. Center guard, no problem.
Made the peel a little easier with it being tighter. Doesn't have to worry about that jam on the side at all.
Whoa. Drop.
And no trouble, and it looks like Brad's going to throw one more guard here. So I guess his plan is just to come down and move that redstone far enough.
Gör han ett absolut perfekt slag på sista.
Or, like you said, maybe even hit and roll off and just make Nicholas throw against the loss.
I'm interested to see what he'll do. I mean, the best shot's going to be come down and bump it and stay on it so that, and on the center line side, so that if Nick does hit it, your top one's the one that stays. But Nick might just throw a rocket at the nose and get one and know the back one's going to probably drag and blow out of there, even if the red one's still there. You've got to tap it pretty far to lie two. I'm interested to see what Brad and team decide.
Line's good. Foot short of the logo. Wanna work?
It's got to curl a little.
Reach your broom. Clean. Reach your broom.
Yep.
Go ahead, EJ. EJ, go ahead.
Curl.
Reach your broom. Hard, guys. Reach your broom.
It's got to curl more.
Is there ever a consideration for Nick to not peel this?
I don't think so, because I don't see a real dangerous situation. No matter what happens here, I see a very makeable hit for Nick to win, probably. Yeah. Speak up, Brad. You're nailing it here. So he was saying that, you know, you tap it on the angle, but if you don't lie two, he's just going to play the pick. So you need to lie two if you're going to play the tap. And then that space is going to make it easier for him to drag it. So I think you're cueing your top one to come over on this other red.
Okay, well, we'll see what they say here in terms of exactly where they want it to end up.
Got 12 minutes to get the clock run.
If you tap it a half a rock, we're only lying one.
Yeah, well, and if they took both their timeouts consecutively, then they would... oh, it looks like the clocks are just fully stopped, so that's why they have so much time left.
Oh, they've just quit.
Yeah,
it's timing it.
Maybe the timers were... we could only hold them for 2 hours.
They're like pilots, eh? They timed out?
Yeah, they timed out.
No, I mean, yeah. I think if you hit 3/4, we're fine. I think 7/8 is probably going to be pretty good, too. Okay. Shot. Yeah. Try to tap it about it. Takes a while when we're taking there to lie two.
Okay, back four.
Yeah. Do you like that? Because we're only going to be top four right here, right? So
I would. My thought would be it's on the max side,
or the line based on how much.
I also think it's going to walk.
Perfect. Yeah, I think EJ get Nick up in there.
I agree.
So you heard it there. They just want to throw.
Half back four, half back eight.
There you go. Back four, back eight. Wait.
With it dead, it's probably only that's not going to push it a rocket.
Yeah, they don't want to push it too far. They basically want to be first and second shot by the minimum distance possible.
No, go back. Sorry. There you go.
And you heard Mark say he thought this was maybe maximum ice for this shot, but they have faith that EJ can carve it over. So it's the final stone here for Brad Gushue, and hoping it's not the final stone of the game. Needs to move this Nicholas Edin rock far enough.
Back four. Wait, don't wait. Back four. Line's good. Clean. Whoa. Whoa, curl. Curl. Back four. Whoa. Straight. Yeah. Straight. Hard. Just back forward. Hard line. Hard.
Oh, EJ dug a trench.
Yeah, weight looks close. Do they move it far enough? They do.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's right on the nose, but I
can't hit it that way.
No.
The top one needs to go out board side, and then you're dragging it towards that red. You're a little bit uncomfortable. Never going to nut on that red, though.
Almost perfect, I think, really.
Almost.
Yeah. Perfect weight, and got it very close to the nose.
Playing the blast here. I think he doesn't have any other shot. There's no draw. No chance he's drawing. And looks like Brad is lying too.
Yeah, Brad's lying too for sure. Yeah, you're fine if you're losing your back one. I think they were just making sure that this yellow doesn't drag onto that back one. And
I think it's going to hit it. It's never
going to
hit
stay. It. Yeah. So Nick just has to throw a bullet here and make both of these yellows disappear. And if he does that, he'll punch his ticket to an all-European A final.
Which bullet is he going to draw here? I mean, he's got a lot of different bullet weights.
That's true. think probably a pretty big one.
Yeah. At the elbow cock. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there
a
we go.
big one.
That's the shove. Nothing yet from Rana or Kripa. And just like that, got them all going pretty easy. He has that shot in his locker, and he pulls it out there. It was an up and down game. But we made it, Brent. We did. We did it. Congratulations to Nicholas Edin. They'll move on to the A final. Brad Gushue will drop down to the B draw. For everyone here, Brent Lang, home team. I'm John Cullen. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in 90 minutes. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Inte komma tajt och behöva lägga den lite utåt på det där stället. Men